With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and chill. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because the squad can't be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if actually fun is shy or scant to see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Monday the 21st of August 2023. People who are watching this on demand will probably not be aware of the things I've just been going through. My normal stream was set up, but my internet was crapping out over the place. It just kept coming and going, and I basically had to fucking make a brand new stream because the old stream technically ended when I restarted my computer. So, all that being said, the old trick of turning it off and on again seemed to fucking fix my internet somehow, in some way. I don't fucking understand why. It shouldn't fucking be like that, I guess. I don't know why the internet's behaving now. All I know is that so far it seems to be fucking behaving itself, and I'm happy for that. So, fingers crossed, long may it continue. Probably try to claim responsibility because he called me to try and get it sorted. It could be. Maybe my internet felt threatened by Prophet and his fucking bald, pervy ways. Who knows? All I know is we're fucking back and Phil's live already. We're building up some nice speed up juice, and I would normally try and fucking talk about things like, you know, piece of piece fucking kicked Phil's arse again in Street Fighter. We don't have time. We need to spin this wheel, pick a card, and just get on with it because we are obviously behind already. But yeah, big ups to piece of piece for kicking Phil's arse again in Street Fighter. The arm flail, fantastic stuff. By the way, centre square today is the word community. Phil has been saying it a whole lot. So we're going to use it as a centre square today, as a test, so whether we should include it for future use. Anyway, I had a number between 1 and 198. Someone give me a number right now, no fucking criteria, just some random fucker give me a number. 79 from Dare Bear, fantastic. Very first number in chat I saw, 79 from Dare Bear. Nae fanning around today, nae arsing about, nae fucking shenanigans, just fucking getting right into the fucking thing, just fucking it time go, it time bingo. The card is Phil to say allow me to explain, him pointing at a text on the screen, him saying that being said, shout out to him showing some YouTuber jealousy, and him saying there you go. It's him flailing his arms, him giving a good old turbo nose where he goes no, him saying schedule, him being toxic, and him saying million. The third row is Phil giving a thumbs up to the camera, him doing some scat talk, him saying community, him slapping his leg, and him laughing. The fourth row is Phil saying percent, react, wrong, hate to say, and him being all defense mode. And the fifth and final row is Phil making that annoying T sound, him saying admittedly dude, him clearing his throat, and finally Phil saying life. Very strong card if I do say so myself. I'm going to save it very quickly. And then essentially we're just going to fucking begin the fucking bingo. I'll go through all the usual crap that I need to say at the start of bingo as well. And apologise for the lack of shenanigans, but time constraints are against us because I was very late in starting because my internet was being a dick. So, yeah. I'm hoping that it'll fucking stay good to the internet, so I won't just fucking conk it again. It's hard to really explain what was happening. It's just basically coming and going. Like, it was just deciding whether it wanted to work or not. And sometimes it was seconds and sometimes it was minutes, and it was just bizarre. But all I know is it's working right now, which is grand. I've saved the card, I can close that, and keep all these things open, I guess. This is a good tweet, by the way, from JG Win on Twitter. So here's the quick tips comparison from the stage of like every month. You know, from the 1st to the 20th of every day so far, from the previous months. 1st to the 20th of April, over 3 grand. May was over 4 grand. June was over 4 grand. July was 2.5 grand. And this is the slowest month in a while for tips and how it performs. So his analysis of situations is telling me that Phil is banking hard for Saturday's big main event coming up. If it crashes and burns at the last couple of events, Machinima Game of the Year Team Maker, he's expecting a Phil meltdown. That could very well be the case, who knows. But anyway, let's get into the bingo properly and get all set up and all that jazz. So, we're trying to get a full house on a bingo card you're about to see before you. There's a variety of ways we can get a full house on the bingo card. For example, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for his React content, that will give us a free space. If Phil gets 100 likes from his audience and blows bubbles before he starts recording for his React event, that too will give us a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very bingo stream right here, not only does that give us a free space too, but you guys also get to see the bubbles animation, that Pixar animation, so very kindly made for us all. So, with all that being said, of course, if we get 25 out of 25 on the bingo card you see before you, you can possibly win a prize. But to put in for a chance of winning that prize, you've got to make sure you left a comment on a community post which is linked in the description of his live stream. I think that's covered everything. Without further ado, let's just fucking get on with the fucking show, shall we? Shitey guitar is shitey. For fuck's sake. And it's a fucking long intro anyway, for fuck's sake. Come on, let's just go. Here we go.
Ha! Good morning, everyone. Did I surprise you? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. Sorry about that. Today is Monday, the 21st of August, 2023. How is everyone today? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the more chill, relaxing show before my weekly React show. Although, admittedly, it's not the usual day of the React show. Usually we do the React show on Sundays. This week was a little different because we were making room for the Mortal Kombat 1 beta, which then ended up not being very good. So I only played it one day. So technically I could have done the React show on Sunday, but since I had already announced that it was going to be bumped to Monday, it didn't make sense to do it on Sunday, because then people who came on Sunday might have been disappointed because they had already scheduled that they'd be there for Monday for the React show. And then if I did it impromptu, people would have missed it. And a lot of people paid to become members and subscribers, and they wanted to have their videos watched. And if they're not there live, they would have been disappointed if they missed the show live. So I didn't want to change it back. So anyway, how's it going today? I hope that it's going well for you. And hope that you're ready to relax here on DSP Gaming. So, what are we doing today? Well, today is a more laid-back show. We do have a few news stories to cover, and we do have a few things to discuss. I think I might minorly tweak the schedule. Oh, so little bit. But today, this morning, is a day of loading. And what I mean by that is I am preloading multiple games onto my Xbox Series X to prepare for the busy fall gaming season. Excuse me. In fact, it is official that as of yesterday, I would say that yesterday, August 20th, was the season finale of my summer of Street Fighter 6, which definitely was interesting. I don't think that anyone really just a few months ago could have predicted that Street Fighter 6 would have been such a hit, such a good game, and that I would have invested as much time and effort into it as I have, getting as good at it as I have. You know, like, I don't think people would have foreseen that. It's been over a decade since the last time I actually tried to seriously invest time and effort into being good at fighting games. And it's happened, you know, with Street Fighter 6. So I'm very pleased with how it went. However, officially starting this week is the beginning of all of the fall new game releases. For example, this Friday we've got Armored Core 6. 1 week after that, we've got Starfield. Just a couple weeks after that, we've got Lies of P and Mortal Kombat 1. So with all of those new releases coming within the next 2-3 weeks, etc., obviously, I'm going to need a lot more time to focus on the hot new releases of the fall. That's what you guys want to see. You come to DSP Gaming for variety content, not just to see fighting games all day long, and I understand that. A lot of people have been a little bit upset that I played so many fighting games over the summer. It certainly served its purpose, you know? Usually the summers are very slow, with not much going on in the realm of gaming, and I end up playing a ton of retro stuff and a lot of downtime filler, and this year was the opposite. This year, I had more than enough to go around because Street Fighter 6 took up so much of my time. And just to kind of summarize, I haven't even really covered Street Fighter 6 in its entirety yet. I've only used, 12 of the characters? There's certain characters I've literally never used once yet. I haven't gotten through World Tour Mode. We're trying. We are slowly doing World Tour Mode, which is the story mode of the game. Excuse me. My allergies today are annoying. All night I had post-nasal drip, and I woke up this morning, my throat was gunked up. I'm like, so if I sound gross today and I'm clearing my throat or whatever, that's what's going on. It really sucks. And obviously I apologize for that. But yeah, like even having played Street Fighter 6 as much as I did this summer, we still didn't really fully cover it and show off the game fully. You know, I ended up over time kind of honing in on certain characters and liking them more than others. But if you take a look, I've barely touched the top tier, right? If you take a look at the top tier of the game, the only top tier character I'm even actively using at all is Luke. You know, everyone else is mid to low tier. So yeah, you know, I've really enjoyed it, but the truth is that it is time to move on. I'm not giving up on Street Fighter 6 or anything like that. It's just that I realize that now that we're heading into the fall, as much as I'm enjoying Street Fighter 6, okay, because I'm really having a good time with it, I definitely feel like we need to move on to the new releases, and it's time for that, and that's starting this week on Friday and moving forward, okay? So, yeah, the summer of Street Fighter 6 is officially closed as of now. I'm pronouncing the Street Fighter 6 festivities are officially over. Not to say that I'm retiring the game, I'm not, but you're going to see less of it, excuse me. And I know for some of you, you're going to be like, yes, this is great, and others will be like, oh, I kind of liked that summer of fighting games, but, you know, don't worry. Fighting games are certainly not taking a back seat. I will continue to play Street Fighter 6. There's Mortal Kombat 1 coming out. Tekken 8, it looks like we'll get a release date soon, as soon as tomorrow. Tomorrow is that Gamescom Live, which is that European game show. And there's a lot of games that apparently are going to be doing presentations there. Tekken 8 is one of them. And people are speculating they will finally announce their release date tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to see when the third major fighting game franchise will get its release this year. Okay, so, good stuff. Thank you for joining me for the summer of Street Fighter. But it is now time to move forward positively into the very busy gaming season. So yeah, right now, the big Starfield update is updating on my Xbox. I haven't had my Xbox plugged into the internet since last week. So Starfield started preloading. So now there you go. This is like 100 gigs on Xbox. And Armored Core 6 is on there too. And that's about to start preloading any moment now. So all this stuff getting ready for all these new releases coming, right? Pretty cool.
Hold on. That was an incredibly robust snort. We need to zoom in on that and enhance that snort. That snort was like fucking Richter scale setting. We need to fucking see that in 0.5 speed. That was a fucking hefty one.
All this stuff getting ready for all these new releases coming, right?
Ooh, fucking juicy that one. That was... Some people try to say it counts or two. You know what? I wouldn't normally do that, but those kind of snorts are rare. I'll count it as two. That one was a very old school, classic, retro style DSP classic snort. So I'm counting that one as two because why the fuck? No, that was a fucking great one. We don't see many snorts of that these days. I'll tell you that. Back to 1.25 speeds, but we're going to hear a snort one more time because it was an absolute blast.
Start preloading any moment now. So all this stuff getting ready for all these new releases coming, right? Pretty cool. So shall we talk about that? What should we do first? I guess here's what we'll do. Let's recap Street Fighter to kind of, you know, see how I've done. And then let's talk about the schedule. And then let's do some gaming news and then we'll move on from there. Okay? So Street Fighter. All right? Yesterday was a major session of me playing ranked matches with E Honda in Diamond level. And the interesting thing about this was, when I've been playing with E Honda on Xbox, I'd only done one ranked session with him. And I had started with E Honda way back when the game had first come out. And just doing my placement matches, I was dominating people, and I ended up getting 1-star Diamond ranking, the highest placement ranking I had gotten in the game at that point. And it was weird because I never played Honda again for like 2 months, and I was like, dude, if I ever go back to Honda, I'm just going to get spanked. Like, because I haven't used them in 2 months, I don't really know what I'm doing. I know I'm going to get destroyed at Diamond level. And then, when basically I went back to use him, I watched some videos of top-level Hondas and how they were playing, and I practiced a few casual matches. I went into ranked, and I started winning. I did one session of ranked Diamond with Honda, and I went from 1-star Diamond all the way up to 3-star Diamond. I was like, holy shit, I'm actually doing really well with a character I've barely touched. He just must be my style of character or whatever in this game. So that was really cool. And then I swapped from Xbox to PlayStation 5, and it reset all the ranks. I was like, well, so it was really nice that I had that really good stream or day of Honda, but it kind of reset everything, so how will I do now? Really good. So I played with Honda. I ended up placing 3-star Platinum, which is stupid. I should have placed higher, but the placings in this game were changed, and now they're dumb.
It's not fucking stupid, you fucking dork. You had placement matches. You won 5, you lost 5. What if a Blanca, right? Phil was 1-star Platinum because he fucking won 5 and lost 5. So his arse was placed at Platinum 1. With Honda, he'd won 6 and lost 4. So he was placed at Platinum 3, and he still bitched and whined and moaned about that. the simple fact of the matter is, you don't win all your fucking placement matches, you're not going to fucking get that higher fucking rank. To lose, you know, basically 2/5 of your placement matches, which just shows you that also you're no bad at the fucking game, you're not ready for fucking diamond, going by the placement matches alone. Bart Wells is asking on Xbox, he pre-selected his placing, right? I think so. I'm not entirely sure. On Xbox he did. On Xbox before, he said he actually picked himself that he was basically a pro. Like he picked advanced. So I think there's like 4 different options that Phil could have picked for him for the kind of default placements, and he picked it up so top setting because of his fucking ego. And then he's wondering why he's getting his arse handed to him when he fucking first started playing the game. Because it was pairing him with these fucking top tier players that knew what they were fucking doing. And Phil's like, why am I fucking getting paired with these fucking players? This is not fair. So Phil basically, he set himself for failure essentially. He basically set himself for failure. Prophet has very kindly sent me the latest stats for Honda and Phil and his Street Fair. Basically, if Phil starts lying, I'll know about it because I have a stats from Prophet handy available to me. So let's see if Phil starts lying.
So I grinded through Platinum, and then yesterday I did my Diamond session, essentially, and we got from 2-star Diamond all the way up to 4-star Diamond in one session of 3 hours of gameplay. It ended up being about roughly around 80 matches again. I got 52 wins and 26 losses, so that is right. I actually got twice as many wins than losses playing with Honda yesterday for a 67% win-loss ratio, which is great. That's a great ratio. And now my Honda is poised within another few streams to hit master ranking, which I really do feel like it's just a matter of time at this point. There doesn't seem to be too much holding me back. I mean, yes, there's certain top tiers that seem to beat Honda clean, and you really have to look for a mistake that they're making in order to really win a match. But at the same time, my Honda's playing pretty darn solid against almost everyone and getting more wins than losses. So, yeah, I am excited for more Honda when we get a chance to play with them again. Overall now, 2,363 wins, 1,542 losses for a 61% win rate overall in Street Fighter 6 with 3,905 total matches played. Pretty.
So the stats have been given by Prophet tells me this. Total overall win rate on PS5 is 71.89%, which is down from 1.5% previously. The total overall win rate while using eHonda is 69.82%, which is down 1.19%. And the overall win rate of Xbox and PS5 combined for DSP is 57% exactly, which has gone down once more. Overall win rate for Phil Burnell playing on Xbox and PS5 combined, 57% overall. And yeah, Phil is basically lying and is bullshitting about his stats, as usual.
Insane, huh? And that means, likely, within the next 2 to 3 sessions of Street Fighter 6, I will hit 2,500 wins, which is essentially my next big win milestone, right? So that is coming. I'm excited for that. Also, last night, we did like my final community night. And what I mean by that is, as you know, over the last month to month and a half, once a week, I've been doing a night where I do a lobby in Street Fighter 6, and any viewers can join. We password protect the lobby, but as long as you're watching the stream, you know the password, and you can join, you can play against me. And I've enjoyed this because I played a variety of people, different characters. It's allowed me to try characters that aren't so serious. Like, for example, I really like Dalsim in this game. I think he's fun to play. He's tricky. He's mix-ups, cancels that are really neat. The problem is, basically, he gets dominated by most people online. A lot of people kind of know easy strategies against him. Like friggin' Drive Impact is ridiculous against him because most of his moves are one hit, and you know, not a lot of them are cancelable. So he does his one hit and then he gets stuffed by Drive Impact constantly. It's very annoying. So without having to try to grind my way through ranked and just get spanked around by people online, I get to play him in, you know, these more casual matches against viewers. It's very fun. I get to have good matchups and have a good time. Plus, you know, other characters that I kind of used to play with and don't really play with anymore, like Marisa and stuff like that. So it was good. It was a good last hurrah. And you might say, well, why was this the last hurrah for community night? If you've enjoyed doing these matches, why don't keep doing them? Well, here's the thing. As you guys know, I really don't have a lot of opportunity to do online multiplayer outside of just random matches. You know, I'm not really a kind of guy that does sets with people. I don't have a team of players I play with online. And so most of the time, I don't really do this at all. It's been many, many years since I had a game where I played online with my viewers, okay? And so Street Fighter 6 was the exception. It was nice to have that come back. But
oh, Phil said community. Phil said community, so we can take off a centre square, and maybe we can actually include community as part of the normal word rotation. Agent Proper's asking how's it going. My internet was being a bastard. I'm just lucky to be fucking streaming, I think. Because my internet was not wanting me to fucking start the show properly. I had to fucking restart everything. But we're underway now, things are going great. So once we finally get going, it's been a strong start to Bingo Card. But I hope you're doing well, Agent Proper.
This Friday's Armored Core. The week after Starfield. I have to finish GTA 5. We have to finish Chrono Trigger. All before we get too far into the busy fall gaming season. So Street Fighter 6 is now exclusively going to be night streams, which is only around 2 to 2.5 hour sessions. And since I'm probably only going to be playing it once or twice a week, I need to focus on ranked. Like, I need to try to get my Blanca and my Honda back to Master. Well, my Honda's never been at Master, but is well on the way. And my Blanca, I want to get back to Master like he was on Xbox, okay? So, that's my ultimate goal. Once that's completed...
Phil, that's a fucking dumb fucking goal in my opinion, because that is not the top fucking tier of fucking Street Fighter. The top tier of Street Fighter is fucking like Legend mode or whatever. That's above fucking Master. It's like basically you celebrating 4th place at Evo, Phil. It's like, oh, well done, you didn't fucking win, but you fucking got 4th. And? I mean, for fuck's sake, Phil. I mean, yeah, Master's still a decent rank, but it's not the best fucking rank. You're treating it like it's a fucking be-all and end-all. Like, nobody can fucking shit-talk you because you fucking achieved Master. I fucking can. Go shit-talk you all I fucking want because you're too much of a fucking pussy to try and go for fucking Legend status.
Then I want to go and play other characters like Lily or Luke and try to, you know, rank them up as well. So that's my goal here. And if I'm only playing Street Fighter 6 once or twice a week, I have to focus on that. If I'm doing community night, now I'm doing even less progress in the game. You know what
Fuck you, fans.
I mean? So I really feel like, you know, sadly, of all the things to be sacrificed right now in the rotation, you got a bunch of playthroughs that need to be finished in a timely manner. It's really the community night is the thing that needs to be kind of sacrificed. Now, I'm not saying that we'll never go back to a community night in Street Fighter 6. I really enjoyed doing them, but at this point, it's the thing that has to be on the chopping block so we have room for everything else. So, thank you to everyone who over the last month and a half has joined me for community night. I really had a lot of fun with it, and the good variety and the good opponents, and, you know, it's just been a great time. And, you know, maybe we will bring it back once things calm down. Once the busy fall gaming season is starting to taper off, maybe
Not picking at your fucking toxic fucking skin, Phil. It's really... I mean, it is really noticeable. He just can't help himself. Like, I fucking go, I don't want to go back too far. You went the whole 5 seconds with a fucking waste of time, so I just fucking go back frame by frame instead. Ah, fuck it.
And, you know, maybe we will bring it back once things calm down. Once the busy fall gaming season...
Here, this shit here. Him fucking picking the fucking dead skin off his fucking toxified fucking skin. Jesus, man, Phil. Just don't try and hide. If you're going to be on camera, try and hide these fucking nasty-ass bodily fucking mannerisms you're going to fucking share with the fucking internet. We don't fucking need to see you picking bits of fucking toxified, horrible, scabby skin off your fucking grubby hands. Jesus.
Season is starting to taper off. Maybe we'll bring back community nights into the rotation, but as of now, you know, they've basically had their time in the sun, as they say, and now it's time to move on, alright?
I'm sorry, hold on. What is he doing here? Did he just pick some, like, fucking gabby bit of skin off his hand and is, like, wiping it vigorously on something? But this is a full screen here that I've got here. Make up your own mind what Phil is doing.
Busy fall gaming season is starting to taper off. Maybe we'll bring back community nights into the rotation, but as of now, you know, they've basically had their time in the sun, as they say, and now it's time to move on, alright? So,
Philip, explain yourself.
the final community night, here's how it went. It was a lot rougher than other community nights, and I would say it's for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, man, the first like 4 or 5 matches I played were atrociously bad connections. I think the best one I had was 100 milliseconds, but most of those connections ended up being like a...
Yeah, actually I played piece of piece in 40 milliseconds. And he whooped your arse. Left to right. Did he say the best connection he had was 100 milliseconds? Hold on.
Than other community nights, and I would say it's for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, man, the first like 4 or 5 matches I played were atrociously bad connections. I think the best one I had was 100 milliseconds.
Oh, the first like 4 or so, okay. I thought I meant the whole night, but I think right after those like slow laggy matches, he then played piece of piece in his 40 milliseconds and Phil was happy, and then piece of piece bitch slapped him all over the fucking game. Why is Phil not stopping or rubbing whatever it is he picked off his fucking scabby hands on whatever it is? What is he doing? And I'm sorry, but look how long has he spent doing this? Like, he stops there, okay, he stops there. But count how long, this is 1.25 speed as well, keep in mind. This is 1.25 speed. And he's like fucking like vigorously like trying to like, I don't even know what he's doing. I can't understand this.
into the rotation, but as of now, you know, they've basically
Hold on, I need to encode the fucking hand pick thing as well.
taper off. Maybe we'll bring back community nights into the rotation, but as of now, you know, they've basically had their time in the sun, as they say, and now it's time to move on. All right. So the final community night, here's how it went. It was a lot rougher than other community nights, and I would say it's for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, man, the first like 4 or 5 matches I played were atrociously bad connections. I think the best one I had was
Diddo's trying to suggest he's polishing his joystick. He is not polishing his joystick. That is to the side of him usually, you know what I mean? He picks off the fucking floor. Nah, he's going straight ahead of him. He is wiping whatever he picked off his scabby hand onto like something. He's trying to like fucking, you know, rub it into fucking non-being. It's one of those things where if you fucking like, you can rub something up, it'll fucking just disintegrate into fucking millions of little fucking tiny atoms, and he's hoping he'll just get rid of all the fucking evidence of his dead skin being picked off his grubby hands.
100 milliseconds. But most of those connections end up being like 160 plus milliseconds, which means you can't really react to anything. And I opted to not use any Honda, no Blanca, none of the characters I'm great with. Instead, I only used my characters that I'm not that good with, and so I lost a lot. Here's the statistics. With Luke, I went even, 6 and 6. With Lily, it was even, 5 and 5. With Dalzim, it was a big losing record, 4 and 9. With Zangief, it was a winning record, 11 and 5. With Marisa, almost even, 5 and 4. So overall, 31 wins, 29 losses, pretty even, which is fine. You know, I don't really care about my performance on community night or whatever. But definitely, when I'm playing people from all over the world, which is exactly what it is with community.
Why is he not stopping the fucking rubbing? Also, if he doesn't fucking care about how he does in terms of performance, why is he tracking those stats? And I mean, Steve is saying, is it possible he's cleaning the screen on his phone? It's possible, but look how long it goes on for.
Is pretty even, which is fine. You know, I don't really care about my performance on community night or whatever. But definitely, when I'm playing people from all over the world, which is exactly what it is with community night, you know, those connections are like, ugh. And so, good luck reacting, right, to a lot of things going on in the game. Still had a great time with it, though. So, thanks again, and that's it. That's the final send-off for Street Fighter 6's Summer of Street Fighter. It was a great time. It's weird because we've had fun summertime events.
Damien Asen's asking without Game Cucker who is providing the stats. It was revealed in Game Cucker's farewell message. Game Cucker passed on the torch to someone else who wished to remain anonymous, so the anonymous person is providing Phil Burnell with the updated Street Fighter stats. So, and that person I think is Super Blind Man. To me it would make so much sense if Super Blind Man is the one that's fucking tracking Phil's wins and losses in Street Fighter, because it's always fucking wrong.
Like 3 years ago, we had the Summer of Judgment, right? Last year, we inadvertently had a Summer of Retro 2.0. It wasn't intentional, but that's just what ended up happening. This year, absolutely, this year was the Summer of Street Fighter, right? Every summer, we have like a different theme. So, yes, thank you all. And now it is time to move on positively, so let's talk about that. So what's next on the agenda? Well, let's talk about the schedule for what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, okay? So, today, it's my weekly React show, DSP versus the Internet, over on my React channel, DSP Reacts. That's the sister channel. You can find it at youtube.com/@DSP Reacts, okay? Interesting show, 3+ hours, a variety of clips. After having made the playlist for the show last night, this week's going to be weird. This week, we've got really weird stuff. I'm serious. Like, there's weird animations. There's weird comedy. There's some weird... It's just weird. I really don't know if there's even going to be, like, a theme this week. As you'll see, there's a lot of random stuff. The thing is, you never know what you're going to get. Outside of the Ultra members, who are the highest level supporters who were guaranteed to check out their clips, once you get to that randomized playlist of everyone who's a member there, like, you have absolutely no clue what you're going to watch. And basically, I don't know what on earth is going to happen, so I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. By the way, idiots in chat trying to derail, just get them out of here, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm curious, but hopefully it's a good show. You know, we've had a lot more members on DSP Reacts recently, because...
Is that toxic enough? Is that really? I mean, I'm thinking of picking toxic. Just like randomly calling a couple of people idiots and banning them in chat. Is that being toxic, or is that just Phil being Phil? Because it's normal for Phil to fucking just do leaning bans to some people in chat. That's not him being toxic, that's him being normal, you know? So as tempted as it was to take, toxic for that, I think we can do better.
Some people have been joining, but also there have been a lot of gifted memberships on the channel. So instead of having the usual suspects nominate videos, we've had a big variety of videos nominated. And that's led to a lot of interesting results, to say the least. So we'll see what the show looks like today, a day later than usual, but it should still be a good time. So after this podcast ends, if you're here live on the stream, you'll see the pop-up. It'll say, hey, everyone's headed over to the channel. Check that out. Just click on there. It should bring you right over there. and then we can all relax and enjoy the react show, okay? Now, later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it will be the continuation of Chrono Trigger here on DSP Gaming. I've absolutely loved this playthrough. It's been a grand old time, a great time. Last time around, we did a ton. We beat the Fiend Lord's castle. We got warped back in time to 65 million BC. We took out the reptiles. We saw the evolution of how Lavos essentially started on Earth. And then we got warped to a magical land, and we're trying to get answers. We're trying to figure out what is going on in this magic land. It's like supposed to be like 12,000 BC or something like that. So we did a lot last stream. It was a very productive Chrono Trigger stream. Tonight, I predict we continue on with that. Exploring the magical towns and everything. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think there's a dungeon coming up. And then you basically have to travel through time like a second time and do a bunch of like second string missions. And then, if I remember correctly, there's optional content that opens up that you can do before you head into the end game of the game. So we're making great progress. I took a look at my original playthrough of Chrono Trigger from 10 years ago. And back then, I was only doing 10-minute parts. And by the time that we were at where we are in Chrono Trigger now, we were 43 parts in. And for reference, that playthrough was 90 parts, or 91 parts. So if you do the math, it's about halfway through. And we're about 10 hours, 11 hours into Chrono Trigger right now. So that makes sense, you know? So excited for more. Tonight, hope you'll join me for more Chrono Trigger chill fun on the late stream, okay? Now, tomorrow, we finally get back to GTA 5, my anniversary run.
Why do I feel like Phil said the word million and I missed it? Well, he's talking about Chrono Trigger. Phil mentioned they were going back in time, and I think he said the word million during that. I'm sorry, but let me just check. I think Phil said million, and I just want to confirm that.
BC or something like that. Trying to get answers. We're trying to figure out what is going on in this magic land. It's like supposed to be like 12,000 BC or something like that.
Oh, 12,000 BC, fuck off.
So we did a lot last stream. It was a very productive Chrono Trigger stream. Tonight, I predict we continue on with that, exploring the magical towns and everything. And
hold on, I'm sure it said million. Hold the fuck on.
A day later than usual, but it should still be once headed over to the channel. Check that out. Just click on there. It should bring you right now. Later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time.
Let me just clear
it will be the continuation of Chrono Trigger here on DSP Gaming. I've absolutely loved this playthrough. It's been a grand old time, a great time. Last time around, we did a ton. We beat the Fiend Lord's castle. We got warped back in time to 65 million BC.
Yeah, there it is. There it fucking is. I had a feeling. It was just gnawing away to me. I knew I fucking said it. There we go. Knew I fucking missed that.
You basically have to travel through time like a second time and do a bunch of like second string missions. And then, if I remember correctly, there's optional content that opens up that you can do before you head into the end game of the game. So we're making great progress. I took a look at my original playthrough of Chrono Trigger from 10 years ago. And back then, I was only doing 10-minute parts. And by the time that we were at where we are in Chrono Trigger now, we were 43 parts in. And for reference, that playthrough was 90 parts, or 91 parts. So if you do the math, it's about halfway through. And we're about 10 hours, 11 hours into Chrono Trigger right now. So that makes sense, you know? So excited for more. Tonight, hope you'll join me for more Chrono Trigger chill fun on the late stream, okay? Now, tomorrow, we finally get back to GTA 5. My anniversary run will continue on the main stream. We're about just under 2/3 through the story of the game, and there's only a few major side missions left in the game to do. So I feel like within the next 1 to 2 streams, we're really going to hit the stride of the story and probably kind of make that push to advance the story and start heading into the end portion of GTA 5. So that should be good tomorrow. And then tomorrow night will be Street Fighter 6 ranked gameplay with Blanca. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to see if I can make it to that stream a little early. And I'm going to see if I can maybe stick around a little late. And the reason I say that is because this is my one chance this week to play ranked with Blanca.
He's changing his entire fucking schedule just so he can play some extra fucking time with fucking Street Fighter and Blanca. What day is this? Is this Tuesday he's going to do this or some pish? Or Wednesday? He might be starting earlier. David Anderson says he pointed at the text. No, he didn't. He pointed at the camera. He pointed at the camera right fucking here. Whereabouts was it? He pointed at the camera.
So I feel like within the next 1 to 2 streams, we're really going to hit the stride of the story and probably kind of make that push to advance the story and start heading into the end portion of GTA 5.
It's round about here.
So that should be good tomorrow. And then tomorrow night will be Street Fighter 6 ranked gameplay.
There it is. He didn't point at the text on the screen, he pointed at the camera. We don't have camera pointing at the camera today, so we can't tick off point at text because he's not done it yet. That's him pointing at the camera. I need you to tip.
Gameplay with Blanca. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to see if I can make it to that stream a little early. And I'm going to see if I can maybe stick around a little late. And the reason I say that is because this is my one chance this week to play ranked with Blanca. And I want to see if I can get him bumped up. Right now, I want to say he's 2-star diamond. So I kind of want to see if I can do exactly what I did with Honda yesterday and maybe get Blanca to 4-star diamond. But obviously, I need time to do that. So we're going to see if I can maybe get a little bit of extra gameplay in tomorrow night and try to get my Blanca up the rank. My Blanca up the ranks, excuse me. Okay. Then on Wednesday, my final consecutive streaming day of the week, because yes, this is a shorter streaming week.
Oh, I get it. The Street Fighter's going to be a night stream. So that's a night stream for tomorrow, though. So I don't have to worry about that because it's not going to affect. When Phil said it's going to start early, I thought, oh shit, is a podcast going to start early as well? But nah. The day stream is something different. The night stream is going to be him playing Street Fighter, so I don't have to worry. There's me thinking I'm going to have to fucking rock up to fucking Bingo early than usual because Phil's desperate to try and play Street Fighter. Not a concern for me.
After last week's incredibly extended 8 days, this is only a 5-day streaming week. It'll be more GTA 5 on the first stream, and then the late stream on Wednesday night. Listen to this. I've decided we're going to do more World Tour in Street Fighter 6. Why not? We'll already have done 2 ranked sessions for the week, so why not do a fun World Tour stream to advance that story mode of Street Fighter 6? Last time around last week, we had a lot of fun, remember? I ran into E-Honda. I got to wear E-Honda's butt floss diaper, which was fun. Okay. Yeah, basically, I want to do more of that, so we're going to do that Wednesday night for some chill fun. So, there you go, and that's my streaming week. I'll be off on Thursday. Friday, the premiere of Armored Core 6, which is literally downloading right now to my Xbox, so we'll play it as the daytime stream on Friday and see how it goes. Friday night will still be Friday Night Fights, where I do Street Fighter. In this case, it'll be ranked Street Fighter, probably more Honda. And then Saturday is the big anniversary event. I cannot wait for this coming Saturday. The closer it gets, the more excited I'm getting for my 15-year anniversary event. Are you guys excited? I know I am.
Who gives a fuck? I'm more excited about Decepticon's project. A few of you guys might be aware Decepticon's been working very hard on something behind the scenes, and it's almost ready. And quite a few detractors, including myself, were involved in trying to make it a very meaningful video. Just put a lot of work into. So Decepticon's got something special lined up, so I'll make sure to promote that when it's available. But you guys got something special in store to look forward to. I'll just say that much.
Because here's the deal. Here's why I'm excited for Saturday. First of all, it's a marathon, but we're not pressured to do any kind of progress. This is not a marathon where it's like, oh, I have to play a game and do this. I have to do a sim match or whatever. It's a more relaxed style marathon, okay? We don't actually have to do any amount.
I'm sorry, relaxed style marathon. What the fuck? A relaxed style marathon.
Of content. Instead, it's a day where we can just relax together and have a good time. And that's really my attitude this coming Saturday. Let's relax together and let's celebrate my 15-year legacy as a YouTuber, okay? The ups, the downs, the all-arounds, right? Because, man, I've been on highs and lows over these years, and it'll be a good time to just relax and reminisce about it, okay?
I'm going to predict right now. I think Phil Burnell is going to get some decent support this coming Saturday. I think he's probably going to get at least $500 in tips alone. That's my prediction. I think the whales will come out in fucking full force, not shit, the deadheads will come out in full force to celebrate his 15-year legacy and all that boring shit.
Okay, what is on the agenda for Saturday? Well, first of all, in the opening segment after the podcast, what I would like to do is talk about my history as a YouTuber. Talk about how what my life was like, 15 years ago. And
hey, Phil said life is not a fucking one to take off in the fucking bingo. Hooray. Bingo horns for everyone, fucking Yaldi. So there we go. Strong start to the card, and hopefully we can get a full house today. It'd be nice to get a full house. So please, Phil, fucking do more shit.
And why I decided to originally start making YouTube content to begin with. The origins of me making YouTube videos and the initial reaction to my YouTube videos and how they were received and how I decided to dedicate more time to it. And then essentially what happened in my personal life that was unintended and allowed me to take a big risk trying to be an online content creator.
Oh my god, he's pretending he's got some fucking new sort of fucking lore. No, Phil, we know what fucking happened. You got your ass fired from your fucking work, so you had to fucking basically go full-time on YouTube. You had to fucking put your tail between your legs and apologise to Hutch and say it was a misunderstanding, and Mashirama fucking took you on, and then put you in some sort of fucking ridiculous contract. Yeah, Phil, we've heard the fucking bullshit story a million fucking times. I will be amazed if Phil actually fucking provides any actual new lore from this fucking, 15-year legacy fucking story crap. Because it is really the same old shit we've heard a million fucking times from him.
Those first few years were very tumultuous for sure, and unsure and uncertain if I was ever going to be able to do this for a living. And then about the evolution of what happened over the course of time as me being a YouTuber, because man has content.
So hold on, Anthony's asking, did Phil say allow me to explain? I don't know. I mean, it's possible.
Start making YouTube content to begin with. You know, the origins of me making YouTube videos and the initial reaction to my YouTube videos and how they were received and how I decided to dedicate more time to it. And then essentially what happened in my personal life that was unintended and allowed me to take a big risk trying to...
I don't think he said it. If it had said it, I'd not caught it. I don't go back too far though. But, I mean, I don't think he said it. But he says it quite a lot, so we'll probably hear it again very soon.
Be an online content creator. You know, those first few years were very tumultuous for sure. And unsure and uncertain if I was ever going to be able to do this for a living. And then about the evolution of what happened over the course of time as me being a YouTuber, because man, has content changed on the internet from the early days when I was catering more to like a teen audience and I was doing this kind of immature, over the top kind of shocking joke humor, and turning that instead into a more meaningful online presence with interactivity, with longer, more detailed, more care and attention filled playthroughs, interactivity on my streams and having it be more about a social aspect of us hanging out rather than it necessarily being about the quality of the gameplay that I'm putting out, because really I don't think that was ever going to work if I kept focusing on that. And just in general,
you're fucking incapable of producing fucking quality gameplay. Again, that was very unlikely for you, Phil, to produce meaningful quality fucking gameplay.
general, the ups and downs and things that I've been through over the years. So the first whole segment of this show will be a trip down memory lane, me recapping my history as a YouTuber. And, you know, likely it's going to be like an hour or more of me just kind of talking about what's transpired in the last 15 years, okay? And that's...
Have I fucking done that for you though, Phil? I done it fucking last year. I made a fucking, like, you know, regression of Dark Side Phil dumbass song about it. I fucking summed up Phil's entire fucking history on YouTube, up to that point in time anyway, via a song. In fact, I might fucking actually make you guys listen to it. I might try and find it. I might try and force this crappy fucking song of mine on you guys, because some of you guys might not have heard it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you guys suffer my shitey fucking tune that I made. Give me a second here. What was it? It was like the second video I ever fucking made on, like, on, you know, DSP dumb tunes. So, hold on. The Regression of Dark Side Phil, 2007 to 2022. So, I fucking made this fucking video fucking over a year ago. 11th of February 2022, I fucking made this fucking video. This is called the Regression of Dark Side Phil. I'm quite actually happy how it turned out. But yeah, I've already done this, Phil. I've already recapped your entire fucking YouTube legacy via song. Hey guys, King Jad here. I thought I'd do a brief rundown of DSP's devolution over his time on internet. Here's my spin on it. I hope you enjoy. So, back in 2007, Phil Burnell was 25, and that is when Darkside Phil's YouTube channel first went live. After work he plays games and then he'd turn his camera on and just play for fun with not a thought of what would be his next con. But in 2010 it got his candy ass fired. Hasn't worked a real job since, he might as well be retired. Started spamming out dozens of videos a day. Then he crowned himself the originator of Let's Play.
I like to think that I am an originator. I've been doing it for over 3 years now. That's right. They tried to take me down. They tried to get me off YouTube. They tried to shut me up. Fuck those motherfuckers. The king is back.
So it turns out telling fans to click ads wasn't too smart. He got stripped of AdSense and it saw him jump to Blip for a new start. Now, it wouldn't take too long until he upset all those Blip folks with his anti-Semitic humour and outdated Nazi jokes. So with tail between his legs, he crawled straight back to dear old YouTube. He created DSP Gaming, a channel perfect for that rube. Got partnered with Machinima on a contract based on views which saw him turbocharge his uploads like he was gassing the Jews. Those were the gravy train days, and the King of Fate was feeling regal as he hooked up with a teenager who was barely fucking legal. He cleared all his old debts and he started trying to think towards his future, which would see him turn into YouTube's most pathetic moocher.
Okay, everyone. Well, welcome. It is now about 2 months since myself and my girlfriend Leanna moved from the state of Connecticut to the state of Washington.
He fled across country to abandon family and friends. Those bridges he has burned, it's far too late to make amends. made slight upgrades to his content, but his toxicity just grew. Any time he fucked up, just would protest, nothing I could do. His contract changed to suit the times, but Phil would not evolve. All his failures in their life he would personally just absolve. 2015 was a year that things all began to spiral. It struck him all at once to make his YouTube growth antiviral. He got hit by DDoS attacks, and he got swatted by the cops. Copyright strikes are hardest though, seeing his total views drop. Even to this day, their impact on Phil can be felt. To his fragile dented ego, which that blow was dealt. KO Gaming had potential with edited content creation, but after one hit video went on some dumbass staycation, and then without any discretion, he had that solo session, and so the internet's impression was that this was his worst transgression. Machinima dumped his ass, and Liana followed suit, so they turned to Twitch to beg his fans well in disrepute. YouTube turned into an archive while he focused on live streaming, as DSP prepared for his unscrupulous scheming.
Hashtag save the house.
The fan support was vital so that Phil could save the house, but instead he used up those funds to move in his future spouse was the first of many secrets Phil would keep from loyal fans, and no questions were allowed in chat which would result in bans. The detractors were the enemy, were criminals and thieves, as our videos were what the common YouTuber believes, so he begged and begged and begged some more. Emergencies galore, never mattered how much fans would give, would always ask for more.
I'm gonna end up having to go back to Connecticut. My parents aren't doing so well. Not only obviously do they want to spend time with me, they want to meet Kat. You know, Kat has lived with me for almost a year, and I'll be very honest with all of you, I would love to marry her someday. I have no idea if that's in the cards with everything, the way things have been going financially and everything, but obviously I've told my parents this.
So Phil announced a plan to visit home to see his folks, but it really was a plot to pull off a cheap wedding hoax. Well, there he got about $5 for taxes from his mom on condition that he'd seek real work should YouTube ever bomb. So the 10-year plan was set, except it's already forgotten, due to her only pig son being absolutely rotten. Charged $1,000 to show some pussy, but this was not OnlyFans, was a declawed cat mascot to use in future scamming plans. Phil had hit a ceiling on the debt he could accrue, and he had to declare bankruptcy just so he could pull through. The filings raised some questions which was not adding up, like $5,000 a month for his expenses, something was up. It emerged he had a gaming gacha problem to invest in, only Phil could squander so much on Bejeweled JPEG Wrestling, but the bankruptcy was somehow granted much to his relief, and with carded weight he suddenly had a newfound belief. Got a payment plan for taxes and his situation eased, but Twitch booted him from partnership and he was most displeased. He had to stream on YouTube while he dreamt of former Fed streaks, which was interrupted by the Kiwi Farms financial bank leaks. It revealed a lot of habits about our favourite swine, such as spending lots and lots of money and total wine. Then there's $30,000 on my microtransactions which Phil had no defence to, so he just ignored his infractions. We could see how much he earned and we could see how much he spent. The trackers broke it all down to the very last cent. It seemed to prove a lot like where all that money went, like straight to Scopely for a WWE Champions event. So Phil turned into what he claims to really despise, as he begs for likes and comments from his current demise. But the truth is out, he spends it faster than he can earn. Live within your means is something he could never ever learn.
I'm broke, basically. I don't have funds to do anything with right now.
So yeah, I made that fucking last year. That sums up your fucking history, Phil. Right? You don't need some sort of 8-hour fucking long marathon event to fucking sum up your time on YouTube. That pretty much covers everything within a 5.5 minute spell. So yeah, unless you're fucking let's have an 8-hour marathon to fucking talk about the same old bullshit from back in the fucking day. So yeah. I made that fucking shit back in like February of like fucking 2022, man. I'm saying it's one of my more favourite kind of tunes. I mean, it's like, it's not really, I mean, just fucking, I don't know, fucking try and, it's just like in poetry essentially, like we tune behind it, yeah, but I'm quite happy how some of that worked out, you know, so yeah, anyway, fuck it. Phil's 15 years of DSP crap, who cares? We all know the story, we've all heard it all before, we all fucking know what happened.
It's gonna be fun. And then, what we're gonna do is we are going to look at the moments that you guys have nominated as your favorite moments of the last 15 years. You have been nominating your favorite moments of my presence on YouTube for about a month now, almost. I started it right at the beginning of August. And so, definitely what'll happen is it's gonna be very fun to be going down that, you know, that memory lane and seeing what you guys thought was the best. And so, there's been members who've been nominating, there's standard viewers who've been nominating. If you haven't nominated yet, you basically have a few more days to do so, because Saturday is the event. So if you want to nominate some of your favorite moments from my history as a content creator, whether it's gameplay, a game review, a vlog, a countdown, a comedy skit, you know, anything from over the years. You know, DSP tries it, right? Taste testing, or, you know, maybe a podcast. Who knows? There's been so much content I put out. I mean, there's crazy amounts, right, to review. So, number one, if you're a standard viewer of mine, if you type !retrospective into the chat right now, a link will pop up, and you can click on that link, and you can use that link to nominate. Or, just go to the main channel page of this channel, DSP Gaming, go to the community tab and scroll down to the beginning of the month, and you'll actually find the thread posted there publicly where you can post up. Now, if you're a member of this channel, you're in luck. You get priority to nominate what you want to see this coming Saturday. And the members have had their own thread. How do you access it? Well, again, go to the main channel page of DSP Gaming, go to the members tab, and you should see the thread right there that members have been posting up in all month long. I'm limiting nominations right now to 2 per person. But what I'll probably do is tomorrow night, all right, I'll sit down and I'll take a look and I'll see how many actual nominations we have. And if we have more than enough for the marathon, then we're good. But if I'm looking like we don't have a lot or we don't have enough, what I might do is allow people to go and post as many as they want. I didn't initially want to do that because I didn't want to have the same 5 people post up the majority of nominations and then have the entire event be the same people. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm trying to give people as much opportunity as possible. Let's see what happens. And, you know, again, if by, like, say, Wednesday-ish, it looks like there's not enough, I'll probably open up the nominations. But what we'll be doing after my initial segment of me talking about my history as a YouTuber is watching back those moments together, reacting to them, laughing along. And, you know, I'm sure I'm going to be adding context. I'm going to be adding reference to how things used to be versus how they are today. And a lot of stuff like that, okay? So, there you have it. That is a big event. Now, what else is going on Saturday? Well, yes, I'll be drinking. I know every once in a while I have a more laid-back podcast or a laid-back React marathon.
Phil,
in this case, I'll have some booze.
Hold on, Phil. There's no guarantee you're actually going to be fucking drinking, because you're only going to fucking drink if someone gives you $100 fucking in tips. And unless you've already got someone confirming with you behind the scenes they're going to give you $100 to fucking give you support that day, then you're presuming something which is a bit... It's extremely fucking presumptuous. Imagine automatically assuming you're going to get fucking $100, you know, in one fucking go from certain individuals. Nah, someone must have told Phil already, here's $100, I'm preparing to give you a big contribution, so get some good alcohol in. Because why else would we so fucking... Who else would be that fucking confident going into some sort of marathon event expecting to fucking receive that kind of fucking support? You know, especially in one fucking go, one big fucking tip. He must have been told behind the scenes, aye, prepare yourself, Phil.
I don't know. On my day off this week, I'm going to go to the liquor store and grab something. So I'm not sure what it'll be yet. But I'll get something. And if we hit certain, you know, contribution levels or whatever, I'll probably take a shot and, you know, kind of loosen up a little bit, more relaxed atmosphere. In addition, my wife will be making some food for the day. What will she be making? I'm not sure yet. One of the ideas we tossed around is that she can make some foods that are themed to video games that I've played, right? Like, if you take a look, there's been a lot of video game themed recipes and cookbooks and things over the years. So maybe she could do like 2 or 3 different dishes and we could try them over the course of the day if they're video game themed, kind of go through my history of gaming with these recipes or whatever. I thought that could be kind of neat. But I honestly don't know. It's really depending on what she finds. And she's looking, as of today, she started looking. She's going to look for the next couple of days and then hone in on recipes she likes. And then we're going to be shopping for the ingredients later this week on my day off. And so we'll have some food that we'll be taste testing during the course of this marathon event on Saturday. So you'll have a segment of my history, me talking about my history as a YouTuber. We'll have a lot of reacting to content, live reacting. We'll have some drinking, some relaxation, some interaction, and some food. It's going to be a party-like, laid-back atmosphere this coming Saturday. And whether you're a new fan of mine, whether you're a longtime fan, I feel like this event will be a good time for everyone who attends. There's only once you can celebrate your 15-year anniversary of anything, right? So... if you guys could come by and just chill with me, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, if you could come by on Saturday and just say, hey, what's going on? I'd really appreciate that. To see, you know, maybe we'll see people come by who we haven't seen in ages, right? That'd be really nice. If you're someone who only watches the podcast and you really don't usually swing by, come swing by on Saturday just to say hello. It'd be nice just to see a few friendly faces who maybe we haven't seen in a long time, okay? Yes, Derek, that is an important reminder. He says if you are going to be nominating moments for Saturday's marathon, remember timestamps, because a lot of these videos that people nominate are very long. And if you just say, oh, here's a video, and it's 20 minutes long, I'm not going to sit there and watch 20 minutes of a video. I got, you know, what's the funny part we're looking for? So if you timestamp it, it'll help me figure that out, okay? Okay. So there you go. All right, so that's the deal for Saturday. I'm very excited for Saturday. I hope that you guys are too. And it should be a good day. All day long, celebrating my history as a content creator, 15-year anniversary. It's a great way to end the summer, I feel. Then this Saturday will be the next React show, DSP versus the Internet. I'll probably pair that with Chrono Trigger on the late stream. And then for the rest of that week, which will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the daytime streams will be a balance between GTA 5 and Armored Core. And the night streams will be a balance between Street Fighter 6 and Chrono Trigger. Okay? Now, the big question on everyone's mind, the burning question, when will Phil start playing Starfield? Because there's an opportunity here, all right, to play it on 2 different dates. Now, first of all, I am a Game Pass subscriber. And that means that I get access to Starfield on September 6th. All right, that's the official release date of the game. Okay, so that is exciting, obviously. I'm very excited for Starfield. I'm hoping it's good, and if not, it's still going to be fascinating to cover it. It's kind of the big game everyone is hinging everything on, both for Microsoft and Bethesda. So it'll be fascinating to cover this game for you guys, okay? So the latest I'll be covering it is on the 6th, but there is an opportunity to cover it early. If I spend some money, I think it's around like $35 or something like that, you can upgrade the Game Pass version to be the deluxe version, and that means you get to play it 5 days early. So that would mean I would get to play it a week from this Friday, which would be September 1st. Now, here's the thing. Let's say, between this week and next week, I make great progress in GTA 5, and it looks like we're either beating it or we're at the end of it, okay? Or, let's say we played Armored Core 6, and I played it 1 or 2 streams, and it's kind of like, it's all right, but I'm not in love with it, and I'm not really dying to play much more of it, and I'm definitely not committing to a big full playthrough of it, right? Then I would say, hey, if we've got the opportunity, and we've got the time, and it's not going to hinder the other things I'm doing, I would pay the extra $30-some, and we'll play Starfield early. We'll cover it on the 1st, and I'll probably cover it for a couple days as the daytime stream, to get a little bit of that initial gameplay in a little earlier, right? The thing that people are telling me is that, remember when I did this with Hogwarts Legacy earlier this year? And do I remember the big success I had with that? Do you want to know my honest answer? No, I don't even remember. I guess what people are saying is when Hogwarts Legacy came out, you could pay for the earlier edition, and I did that, and apparently I got like big results. Like I had a big premiere day where everyone...
Jesus, man, how fucking bad is his fucking memory? How much damage has alcohol done to his fucking faculties to fucking remember what was like fucking, what, half a year ago? This was this year. Hogwarts Legacy was this fucking year, Phil. We can scroll up here. Back to fucking January, February, whatever the fucking happened. Like, when was Hogwarts? Was this the first stream? I think it was. 7th of February. Phil got the game early, played it all day. $163 on the day stream, $115 on the night stream, $278 Phil got. He played it again the following day, $53, then $101. But he then fucking got the Slytherin hat and scarf. And that finally got delivered to him eventually, and he fucking managed to get $150 here and all shit, and then $53 there, and $53 there, and $113 there, and all shit. Fucking hell, man. He had some mixed success, it's fair to say, with Hogwarts Legacy. Bear in mind though, Phil never actually completed the fucking game. Phil never completed the full game. The final mission in the game, you had to fucking be like level 33, level 34. Phil was level 31. And it would have took Phil like a wee bit just to fucking grind up some of those extra fucking levels. But he said, no, I'm essentially done the game anyway. I'm not going to fucking finish it. It's essentially finished already. As far as I'm concerned, Phil did not complete the game properly.
Showed up and there was tons of support and everyone was having a great time and the viewership was great. I honestly don't even remember. I'm just being honest, you know. These playthroughs end up being so lengthy, I don't even remember that launch day at all.
So how are we meant to fucking treat our content as fucking meaningful when you're not paying attention to yourself, Phil? It was a semi-successful playthrough for you, Phil. You sometimes got to wear a fucking hat and scarf for the fucking times you're playing the fucking game. So you're getting some good return on investment on that shit. And you don't remember a fucking thing from it.
Oh, okay. So the thing is, I'd be okay with doing that, but I don't want it to hinder the other things we're doing. Like, I don't want to start Starfield, and now GTA 5 is delayed for 2 weeks and doesn't finish. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see what happens. This week and next week, I got basically 4 streams guaranteed of GTA 5. That's 12 hours of gameplay. In the 12 hours of gameplay, will we get to the end of the game and then it's fine? It's not a big deal, you know? Or, like I said, on the flip side of that, what if I play Armored Core and we play a stream or two and I'm not really liking it and you guys aren't really liking it? It's just not the kind of game, right, that we're into. And if that's the case, then I don't know why I had that out the whole time. If that's the case, then we definitely don't have to worry about playing it more and I can do Starfield early. So there's a lot of factors involved. It's a kind of a what if right now. I guess we'll know more by next week as we're leading into the hype for Starfield, okay? But it's a definite maybe for me. It's a maybe for getting it early and playing it on the 1st. So let's see what happens, okay? So, there, and then I believe the next big game coming out would be Lies of P, which I want to say is around the middle of September, and that's a Game Pass game. So at the very least, I'm going to try it. Again, I'm not committing to a playthrough of it. I've actually heard mixed things about it. Some people played the demo and really liked it, and some people played the demo and thought it sucked. So I don't know. Like, I guess we'll base it on when it comes out. I'll play a session on Game Pass, see if I like it or not, and decide if we want to keep it as a playthrough in the rotation or not. Mortal Kombat 1 also comes out in the middle of September. That I will be covering fully, both playing through the entirety of the story mode, any other single-player content. It used to be the crypt mode, but they said there's no crypt mode this time. So whatever the new content is, they're adding for single-player, and of course, trying out different characters, going online, playing with the game, etc. in that capacity as well. So yes, Mortal Kombat 1 will be covered. And then later on in September, there's more new releases, but I mean, we don't need to get that far ahead of ourselves. Now, will there be a big special event in September? I honestly don't know. The way I see it, since there's so many new games out, do we really need to have a special event in September? Maybe not. You know, we've had a special event literally every month. We had the anniversary event this coming weekend. The one before we had the Digital Summer Party. Before that, we had the big Machinima React event, remember? We also had the big Fight and Feast before the release of Street Fighter 6. Like, every month we've been having a big marathon. Do we really need one in September if there's so many games coming out and I'm juggling them all? Maybe not, right? I will say this, we are absolutely going to have a Halloween marathon event like we always do in October. We will obviously have a big Christmas event in December like we always do. And likely we'll try to do something, you know, around Thanksgiving as well, around the end of November. So I don't know, maybe we should just do like a 1 month off split and not do a marathon. It's really up to you. You guys, give me your thoughts. What would you like to see if I were to do a marathon style event in September? Like, I could think of things for now to the end of the year. For example, the October would be Halloween. November would be the ad marathon. Do you remember last year we did the Adpocalypse? We could do Adpocalypse again. It was really good last year. It was fun to react to all those ads. And we could do an Adpocalypse V2. It could be Return of the Adpocalypse, right, in November. And then December we could do the Christmas event. So that's what I'm thinking. But as for September, we're kind of open. Let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts, your ideas, and we'll go from there. Okay? All right. I think I've covered everything now. Now, what I will say is this before we head on to the next segment, game news. Please support my streams today if you can. As you know, I'm a crowdfunded individual. I don't have any sponsorships. I don't have any product placements. I don't shill anything. I don't get paid to play a game. This is all original content that I make that is honest, and it is you who allow me to continue to make a living doing what I...
Who says it's fucking honest? You know what fucking says it's fucking honest? You lie all the fucking time. No, Phil, just fucking... If people want to give you fucking money, I'll give you fucking money. It's as simple as that.
Love. You guys out there are the real reason why I continue to make a living making content on the internet, okay?
But the only fucking reason you continue to make a fucking living. The only fucking reason. What else are you fucking doing to fucking secure income? Exactly.
So please consider contributing in some way to today's stream, whether it be a like, whether it be a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership for the community, or a tip. All is appreciated. And remember that I will be doing crossover goals, and what I mean by that is any tips that I receive on today's stream here in the morning actually carry over to the stream over on DSP Reacts. So if we get like 20-30 bucks on this stream, that carries over to the goal for the React show. It's not like it resets or anything like that. We'll keep that rolling, okay? So yeah, you know, all those goals are great, and thank you to anyone who supports in any way. We will get to shout outs in a moment because we have a couple things to shout out here. Hold on one second here. Okay. So, all right, let us now move on to game news. We have a few stories to cover today on DSPN.
Shut up,
really need some kind of music to play there, right? Like if I click over there, it goes like, dun, 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 you know, like some music theme. At least something. If anyone out there has ideas or anyone can make a little bit of a little music ditty or intro, maybe it sounds like a news desk, someone's typing something, I don't know. I feel like we should have something for the news segment, okay? Anyway, here's our...
How about... basically fucking clown music. Because that's what you fucking are.
Gaming news segment for the day, alright? First of all, in the upcoming Metal Gear Solid collection that's going to be coming out in the fall, Konami has confirmed that the Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD editions that are going to be in that Master Collection Volume 1 are indeed the exact Blue Point versions. Meaning, if you already owned the Metal Gear collection from...
That reminds me, I forgot, hold on. I basically forgot to fucking play my music again. There we go. I forgot the fucking music was off. Fuck me. Anyway. Now we have suitable background fucking noise again. Some quality fucking tunes by people like Meerkat and Darkside the Flow. I love this tune, by the way. Day Off is a fucking great fucking tune.
Are indeed the exact Blue Point versions. Meaning, if you already owned the Metal Gear collection from like over 10 years ago, the one that I originally played for YouTube, this is the same deal. The only thing they did was very, very finely tweaking things that maybe didn't convert over perfectly to modern consoles. So, you know, that was a PS3 game. Maybe having the PS3 game run on PS5, there were some issues. They just tried to clear up those issues. But outside of that, the graphics, the music, the voice acting, the controls, the actual game itself is identical. So all you're doing is rebuying the collection from over 10 years ago. I mean, for me, like I told you guys, the only real use of that collection for me would be that you could play Metal Gear Solid 1 on a modern console. Up until now, the only way you could have done that would have been to play it originally on PS1, or to play the PS1 version emulated on PlayStation Network by playing it on a PS3 digitally, or by somehow owning the GameCube version, which was incredibly rare and incredibly expensive. So if you didn't have any of those options, you couldn't play Metal Gear Solid 1. So now, they're basically saying, you know, this is how you do it, this is how you can play it. Great, but I don't foresee it being of value. I think what'll happen is a ton of people who are fanboys of Metal Gear will rebuy the collection, but it's the same exact versions you've already played. So for me, there's no excitement there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not excited for that. It's not interesting to me in any way. So maybe eventually I'll get it to play Metal Gear Solid 1 again, but man, I'm not rushing to buy the same games I've already played, right? There, I changed the color for DSP News. When we go to news, I'll change the colors, and then I'll change them back when we go back to the other screen. How about that? Okay.
Who in the fuck honestly fucking cares? Hold on. Just check my fucking Discord messages, but it's okay. Anyway, who cares? Let's fucking have otters. Let's go to live otters. There we go. Good old fucking otters. Who cares what Phil's fucking bullshit Twitter news? Let's fucking just enjoy some otters instead. Not the nicest looking day so far in Monterey Bay. Doesn't look as sunny. You know, usually the water's more blue if the sun's out, but yeah. Must be quite hot though because of the, you know, they got a whole bunch of ice there for them. But by the way, terrible news what happened in California with a hurricane. I've heard earlier on, D-Dog was telling me earlier on that somebody he knows that has been affected, you know what I mean, where they had to like evacuate essentially, you know what I mean, and like try and make sure they're fucking, you know, everything, you know, that their belongings are fucking secure. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just fucking crazy, man. But yeah, I did see the news earlier on about the kind of damage that's been done to California. So if anyone's affected by that, we'll say, you know, hope you're all staying safe. You know what I mean? Like people, you know, possessions can always be replaced, but lives can't. So just fucking make sure you stay safe regardless of what's happening. You know what I mean? Oops, didn't mean to fucking pause it. There we go. But yeah, the orders are so very cute. But let's get back to Phil and his boring ass antics.
Okay, so a little late for color transition. So no big deal there, but it basically confirms everything we already knew, that it's really not a real new collection. It's just porting something you already had. Okay. This announcement came out this morning, and a lot of people got completely terrified. Nintendo has announced that Charles Martinet, the man who has voiced Mario in all of the Mario Brothers games since the early 1990s, ever since Mario got a spoken voice, is retiring and will no longer do any voice acting whatsoever for Nintendo games, but they're supposedly keeping him on as an employee under a Nintendo ambassador capacity. Now, what does that mean? First of all, people were freaking out. They were like, is he dead? No, he's not dead. Why people immediately jump to like the most ridiculous, worst thing? No, Charles Martinet is not dead. It's just, this is a different kind of announcement. So let's not freak out about it, okay? He's still alive. All right, let's not jump the gun. But I think the writing was on the wall when 2-3 years ago, when Nintendo was developing the Super Mario Brothers movie, and it was announced out of nowhere that Chris Pratt was going to be the voice of Mario. And everyone was like, wait, what? It's always been Charles Martinet. He's always been the voice of Mario for over 30 years now, right? And why would they go in a different direction? Why would they go for a celebrity voice actor? And people were very much up in arms for a long time. And even other voice actors were coming out and saying, this is messed up. Why are you doing this to Mr. Martinet? He's always been the voice. Why would you take this job away from him where he could have made a lot of money? It could have helped him in his livelihood. And why would Nintendo do this, right? And Nintendo essentially just never said a word about it. They just kept their lips zipped, never explained why they didn't go with Charles Martinet. And by the way, apparently, after the backlash, Nintendo did hire Charles Martinet to do additional voices for the movie and did actually pay him for some work for the movie, even though originally they had never intended that was going to be the case. Okay? So, I already feel like this was already in the works. They already were on the way of saying that they didn't want Mr. Martinet to be the voice of Mario anymore. They were going in different directions. But the thing was that he's been such a beloved person in the Nintendo community. People know this man. He's toured. He goes to conventions to represent Mario and Nintendo. And, you know, a lot of people say it's not just about the actor. It's about everything they do outside of the direct acting. That's also part of the process. I mean, recently, that Ninja Turtles movie came out, 2-3 weeks ago? And basically, the reports are, it actually didn't do as well as they thought it would have, even though it had great word of mouth. And the reason they feel that's the case is because there's a strike right now in Hollywood, both the actors and a writer's strike. So the actors who voice acted the movie were not allowed to promote the movie. So you had big, prominent voice actors like Seth Rogen and stuff who weren't allowed to go out there and promote the Ninja Turtle movie, and they feel like it didn't do as well as it should have because the strike was going on. So, case in point with Charles Martinet, this guy has been going around promoting Nintendo and Mario non-stop for 30 years, right? So he's super beloved by the community. So if you want my honest take on the situation, here's what I think happened. I think Nintendo originally liked having him as the voice actor for Mario, okay? They really liked him. But what happened is over the years, they probably did want to change up Mario. They probably wanted to go in a different direction, and now that they're actually looking to turn Mario into something other than just a video game property, but other things, they probably wanted to expand out. But they've got Charles Martinet as the voice of Mario, and he's like synonymous, and everyone knows him, everyone, you know, they love that voice, they love the guy, so they're like, how on earth are we going to get rid of him? So what they did is the slowest transition possible so as not to upset people, right? Keep having to do a game here or there, but then do a movie and then sneak in that it's not him doing the voice acting, but then have him do some other voices for the movie, and then finally just announce, okay, we're not firing the guy. He'll still be an ambassador for Nintendo, but he's not going to do the voices anymore. So essentially, here's what that tells me. He's going to go to conventions. He's still going to be the voice of Mario as he represents them publicly, but he's not going to do the voice ever again in any official capacity, right? So that's what it sounds like to me. So it's not a horrible thing, but yeah, for anyone who loves that voice of Mario, I guess it's now time to accept that that's the end of it. You know, probably whatever the next Mario game, we're going to have someone different doing the voice of Mario, and how are we going to accept that? We've had the same Mario for 30 years. It's a me, Mario. Let's go. And now it's going to be something completely different. So all good things must come to an end. We had the end of the summer of Street Fighter. We have the end of Charles Martinet as the voice of Mario. What's next? I don't know. But anyway, a lot of people are talking about this story this morning. And now the third and final story for the day, which is undoubtedly is the stupidest story possible. Okay, it really is the dumbest thing possible. You ready for this? There is so much discourse, hype, and a lot hinging on Starfield. We all know this, right? That Bethesda hasn't put out a good game in a while. We know that.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Brad Burnham, for a super chat. It says, what's with the conspiracy theory on this? I love how Phil started a segment trying to basically fucking laughing off the fucking conspiracy theories. The guy is dead, Charles Martinet has fucking died, and he's fucking laughing, but people just start jumping to those conclusions. And then, within a fucking couple of breaths, he's coming up with his own fucking strange conspiracy theory of Nintendo are secretly plotting to try and slowly but surely wean this guy off from fucking representing them, from fucking doing Mario voices ever again in their fucking media, like, properly and all that shit. It's a bizarre... Phil's criticising other fucking people who are jumping to conclusions and then comes up with some sort of bullshit conspiracy theory all by himself. He peeled at his own fucking arse. It's ridiculous. It's just Phil just coming up with some dumbass, nonsensical sort of fucking theory just to fucking pad out his fucking shitey news segment.
On Starfield. We all know this, right? That Bethesda hasn't put out a good game in a while. We know that. Microsoft, since they bought all those studios 5 years ago, not a single good game has been pumped out. I mean, you could argue Halo Infinite, which then fizzled out within a year and no one talks about or plays anymore. So everyone is awaiting Starfield to see if it's good or bad. And some people are on one side of the fence and some people are on the other side, and some people like me are kind of in between, where I'm just gonna wait and see.
You're not really in between, Phil. You're definitely more to the fucking negative side of things than the positive side of things. Whenever you talk about this fucking new game, Phil, you're usually talking about it in a negative sort of tone. That tells me you're not fucking sitting in the middle. You're sitting quite heavily on one side.
The attitude, and if it's great, I'm excited, and if it's not, oh well, at least I'll still cover it, you know, fairly. So yeah, so this is kind of interesting, the situation. But what's happened is now people are starting to micro-analyze every single piece of Starfield. And it's stupid. I'm sorry, it's just really fucking dumb, okay? For example, Starfield preloads are now available. You can preload Starfield on a console. I literally just did it. It's now on my Xbox Series X. And you're able to boot it up, and you can see the title screen. And the title screen, I think, is just like a planet that's very barren, or very bare, doesn't look too interesting. It's just like the silhouette of a planet or whatever. People have started coming out and criticizing the title screen of Starfield, okay? The title screen of Starfield. It's the fucking title screen. It's not the game. And people are coming, oh, well, I think it was actually using Grums or something. I think he's a game developer who works for Activision Blizzard. He comes out and he makes the most lame-brained, idiotic, stupid post I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, before we even continue that, I'm going to tick off toxic. Because that has Phil definitely been toxic. Phil feeling threatened by other people making some dumb, lame-brained, idiotic responses, and not him.
You ready for this? Oh, well, you see, that title screen of Starfield really shows the level of effort.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage for a super chat. It says that Martinet's 67 years old, so it's possible he's just getting old. Well, he's definitely getting old, you know, there's no doubt about that. Nintendo also made him Mario Ambassador, which sounds like he might help the new actor. I mean, that's what I'd like to think as well. Like, he's not going to... He's obviously got some sort of fucking role to play. There's a fucking legacy there. He knows the fucking character. He's passionate about the fucking character. And I think he's going to want... I can imagine him being very heavily involved in making sure that the legacy is passed down to the right person to carry the fucking mantle and protecting Mario's fucking legacy, you know? You know, like a voice actor consultant or whatever, or some sort of fucking mentor for the next fucking the next fucking main voice of Mario, with his blessing, you know, I imagine that people will fucking accept it as well. But yeah, David Addison makes a fucking good point here. Phil fucking criticising people's takes on just a fucking title screen. And David Addison said, isn't this the same person that criticised a fucking Teenage Turtle movie and everything else from just watching a trailer? It's an excellent fucking point. Phil was very fucking judgmental based on a fucking trailer, but apparently you're not allowed to be fucking judgmental based on a title screen of a game. So, I guess I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let me just rewind just to make sure I don't miss any of this fucking strange rant.
Isn't Grums or something? I think he's a game developer who works for Activision Blizzard. He comes out and he makes the most lame-brained, idiotic, stupid post I've ever seen in my life. You ready for this? Oh, well, you see, that title screen of Starfield really shows the level of effort that the studio put into the game. You can tell that it's a rushed effort because the title screen is literally just a still image of a planet, nothing there to see, and that's probably going to be case in point for the rest of the game or something like that. And you read it and you're like, this guy has got to be the biggest fucking jackass on Earth.
Jesus, that's fucking toxic. Prophet has elaborated some more, okay? The hate towards the title screen on Starfield is due to the poor pixel count and high resource use of a title screen. It's not an indication of how well the game will run, but still, that's kind of why a lot of people are criticising the title screen. Because, you know, poor pixel count and high resource use of the title screen. Some people just fucking think the title screen looks too fucking plain and boring. It's not very exciting. You know, that's their fucking take. That's a more simplistic person's take on some of the criticism for the title screen. But Phil, though, is being all fucking full clown mode, saying how fucking dare someone else have a negatory opinion, a contrary opinion, and it's not him. And Phil's just fucking pissed off that someone else fucking beat him to the punch for being a negative piece of shit on the internet.
To the game or something like that. And you read it and you're like, this guy has got to be the biggest fucking jackass on Earth. Like, really? The title screen of the game is supposed to be representative of the quality of the entire game. Have you seen any title screens of video games ever? Like, back in the day, title screens actually did have effort put into them. Remember?
But that was back in the fucking... Phil, you know what that's fucking bitching and whining and moaning about the fucking quality of Mortal Kombat, the beta? Which is not a fucking finished product, but you're fucking essentially writing the game off. Because you didn't have a fucking good time in the beta, because you're getting your arse handed to you.
Super Mario Brothers 3, how much effort was put into that one? You have Mario and Luigi running around, jumping on creatures, and there's curtains coming down in the background. It looks really sweet. It's cool, it gets your hype for the game, right? But usually modern days, title screens aren't that good. It's usually just the name of the game as a splash and just like a still image and some music playing, and that's it. Nothing else going on, right? And it's hilarious because people started saying, oh yeah, remember all those games that really sucked, like Skyrim? Remember that terrible title screen? You wanna know what the Skyrim title screen is? Just the dragon symbol, that's it. It doesn't even fucking say Skyrim. It's just the dragon symbol. So it's like, what are you talking about, you tremendous douchebag? It just sounds to me like they basically want to be assholes about it and criticize every little piece of this game in a very negative way.
That's what I'm saying. Phil is actually jealous. This is actually Phil being jealous for fucking people being all fucking negative about something which he's usually the fucking first one to do it. Phil's just pissed off that someone beat him to the fucking punch at being negative about something and he couldn't get in there first to fucking date. He can't copy them because then fucking people will know he's just fucking copying his other fucking people. He can't be the fucking Mr. Contrarian, negative, hot take opinion guy. This is just basically Phil being a jealous petty bitch because someone beat him to the punch.
Just to say, you know, it's not worth the hype or whatever. Like, what on earth are you talking about? So what's funny is...
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage for Super Chat. Says, to be fair, Grums is a knob in general. I had no idea who the fuck it is. I'll take your word for it. You're certainly more coded up than I am, so I'll take your word for it, Black Mage. I'm not taking YouTuber jealousy because it's a game developer he's fucking being jealous of right now, but if he fucking talks about YouTubers as well and their hot takes on this and that, then I'll take that, yes.
Piece of this game in a very negative way, just to say, you know, it's not worth the hype or whatever. Like, what on earth are you talking about? So what's funny is one of the main game developers of Starfield came out and did a post, and here it is, Pete Hines, word for word, I'll read it for you. Or they designed what they wanted. That's been our menu for years. It was one of the first things we settled on. Having an opinion is one thing. Questioning out a developer's care because you would have done it differently is highly unprofessional coming from another game dev. Yeah, Grums is an asshole. He really is. He's a fucking piece of shit for saying something dumb like that. The fucking title screen is not representative of the whole game, you complete moron.
Oh, holy shit, Black Mage, you and DSP have something in common. You both don't like this Grums person.
It's like he's never touched a video game for the last 20 years. What an asshole. So anyway, that's what I mean, like, this whole Starfield situation is becoming so ridiculous. Absolutely so much hype and then so much hate and so much going on around Starfield that, you know, it's hard to gauge what's going to happen with this game. I feel like no matter what, people are not going to say it lives up to expectations. Seriously, because when a game has this much writing on it, and you got people criticizing the goddamn title screen like it matters, you know what I'm saying? It seems to me like no matter what, this game will not be good enough. You know, at the same time, as you know, I've been critical of what we've seen of Starfield so far. I'm not sold that this game will be more than a glorified No Man's Sky combined with the shooting mechanics of, say, Fallout or Borderlands. It doesn't look unique to me. It just doesn't, all right? And the fact that...
Phil, I fucking hate it when Phil does it. I fucking hate it when Phil fucking argues this fucking point. Because every time Phil fucking says the game's not unique enough for me, he doesn't have any fucking clue what it should fucking be like instead. He offers no fucking alternative solutions. He offers no ideas himself. He just wants to fucking consume this fucking media without fucking giving back his own fucking takes on how these things can be fucking better. No, all he can fucking do is shit over fucking other people's ideas and creations without giving any input as to how it can fucking be better. All he wants is something different, he wants something unique, but he's not fucking going to tell you what that fucking unique fucking thing has to be, because he generally has no fucking clue himself what it fucking is. If he fucking knew what hot, new, unique fucking thing it could fucking be, I mean, he'd probably fucking be right on it himself and fucking just, I don't know. But you get what I'm saying though? He offers no alternative, he offers no fucking solution, he offers no input as to what it fucking should be instead. He just bitches and whines and moans on what it fucking is currently and saying it shouldn't be that.
They're locking this at 30 frames per second on consoles is very alarming. Why would they do that, right? I'm very apprehensive about the quality of this game at this point, you know? But I guess we're going to find out sooner rather than later. We've got about a week and a half to wait.
I mean, it's fucking like saying I'm very apprehensive about trusting you as a fucking YouTube content creator because you don't fucking do a stream in 4K webcam quality. You know, imagine if people fucking judged DSP based on the quality of his webcam. Do you think he'd be happy about that? Do you think he'd think that was fair? Do you think it's fucking a fair thing for people to just fucking judge what a YouTuber's fucking like based on how fucking amazing their webcam quality is when they're on webcam pretty much all fucking day streaming to you? He would fucking bitch and whine and moan about it, but the fact is fucking that's a simple fucking fact of the matter. The presentation's not a fucking, it's not a great end product. It's not a crystal fucking clear camera quality. It's better than his last fucking camera, and he's got a fucking Dutch power to thank for it. But it could certainly be a lot fucking better. His fucking contemporaries, his fucking peers are doing a lot fucking better in terms of fucking putting effort into the fucking camera they're using to fucking show their audience, the content creator. And Phil's got his fucking lame fucking shit behind him. Fuck me, man. It's just, yeah, can you imagine? I mean, he's bitching and whining and moaning about fucking 30 frames per second. Meanwhile, he's fucking looking like this.
The way the review embargo is the 31st of August, the day before the early release date of September 1st. So we will have reviews out for this game, in 10 days. However, there's already leaks of the game on the internet. What a shocking situation. I never would have expected that Bethesda would give out early release game codes and the game would be leaked all over the internet. What a fucking twist that I never foresaw happening. How many fucking times have I said over the years, you don't need to put out early release codes. They serve no fucking purpose whatsoever. They don't create hype. They don't properly advertise a game. These game developers don't understand it's not the 1990s. You don't need to have media reviewing the game 2 weeks early for a print magazine that needs to go out before the game is out to promote it. This is bullshit. Just fucking release your game on release day and let the players actually fucking play it and review it for themselves. If they're apprehensive if the game's good or not, have them wait a day or two before they buy it and watch someone else play it. Don't fucking put out pre-release codes. You're shooting yourself in the foot and your whole games are leaking early. How the fuck do you not realize this yet? It happens for every game. It happened for Zelda recently. And Nintendo really does the most they can to try to keep all their IPs under lock and key, and Zelda fucking leaked. So what in the hell made you think Starfield wasn't gonna leak, right? This is just nonsense. We have to stop with this ridiculously stupid practice at this point, all right? But anyway, I digress. Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks, and I'm curious if I'll be playing it on the first or not. We'll find out. All right, that's DSP News. And now we transition back to the standard show. Ready? Here we go. All right, we're back. There we go. So, that's what I got for the podcast today. All right? Now, I'm going to do shout-outs. But this is going to be fast, because I have one shout-out to do. It's from 2B is Cute, who did a $2 super chat and says, I got Street Fighter 6. I'm going to use this time to get good. Well, enjoy. Even if you're a more casualized player, I think you'll still enjoy Street Fighter 6, especially with the modern controls, which a lot of pro players have actually been adopting and using and doing really well with. So, enjoy. Outside of that, I literally have no shout-outs, guys. There's been no contributions today. So, if you were thinking of contributing, now would be the time. I'll give you a shout-out, put you on the leaderboard. If not, I guess we're just going to open up the show to a little bit of Q&A. Remember, contributions carry over to the React show. So, if you contribute in some way, you'll stay on the leaderboard for the next stream, okay? Okay. What's up, Juan? Good morning. Europe Gaming has re-upped their membership for 23 months. Is love and support. Almost 2 years of support height. Thank you, Europe Gaming.
And there's a thumbs up. There's a proper thumbs up. Not one of this fucking bullshit. I'm counting to 5. I'm going to start with 1 using my thumb kind of fucking thumbs up. No, that's a genuine thumbs up right there. We're doing quite well in the card. We're 1 snort away from a free space. We need another you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 8 away. We're 8 away from a full house, but we're 1 quick snort away from a free space, which means we'd only need 7. And remember, if you guys like the stream enough and get 100 likes, that means there's another free space, which means we'd only need 6.
For almost 2 years of support, I really appreciate that. Here go, man. I'll see you on DSP React. Sounds good. All right. What do you guys want to chat about today? What's the hot new topic? What's the word on the streets today? I want to know. What's going on? Because I don't know. I tried to cover the news. I hope you guys enjoyed the news segment. Drop Armored Core for Crisis Core, says Lady. I don't think we're doing that, but there you go. Do I think I might be overreacting a bit? Yes, I constantly overreact to everything. When I take a shit, I scream at the top of my lungs and act like...
Hold on, scat talk. There's your guaranteed fucking scat talk right there. Ning I wasn't even going to let him fucking finish that before ticking that shit off, but fuck me, you are an overreacting piece of shit, Phil. You really are.
Do I think I might be overreacting a bit? Yes, I constantly overreact to everything. When I take a shit, I scream at the top of my lungs and act like I'm launching torpedoes into the Pacific. So, Daxter says, do you know how many total hours of Street Fighter 6 you have? No. I was looking at the PS5 version on the title screen. It says 28 hours, but I have absolutely no clue. Xbox version. I don't even know where I would find that information. I'm sure it's tracked somewhere, but I don't know where. Ventisky says, what's the deal with Pac-Man? I know you're wearing a Pac-Man shirt. You have a Ghost Lamp. Pac-Man's a classic game that I played back in the day in arcades. I also had it on my Atari, and I love it. It's a great game. Actually, a year or two ago, I played a Pac-Man collection during the summer. That was really neat. I really enjoyed that collection. Nasty Garage Ants, you are the old meme. Those ants are gone. After having dealt with those garage ants on my day off, I can confirm for the last 2 days there have been no garage ants. They are all taken care of. They're not in the house anymore. I deterred them from coming back, and that's a good thing. Tito Man says, hope you had a great weekend. I started playing Until Dawn, one of my favorite playthroughs. Yes, it was one of the best playthroughs I did from back in the day, I feel. Very entertaining. It's like having an interactive B-movie, horror movie. It was really fun. Europe Gaming says, I've been watching your old weekend previews and release day unboxings. Amazing memories. I hope some people have nominated those for the retrospective this coming Saturday, because, yeah, those are legacy things I used to do for years and years and years. But, man, a sign of the times when, essentially, release day unboxing didn't need to happen anymore because there was nothing in the box, right? And weekend preview didn't make sense anymore because I was literally talking about my schedule, daily on the pre-stream and putting up schedules every day on my socials and everything. So, there you go. Gatsu asked, will I play the Knights of the Old Republic remakes? Probably yes. I played Knights of the Old Republic in 2020. I really liked it, even though it was outdated. I liked seeing the origins of where the BioWare games went in the future. So you could see a lot of those core gameplay elements that got, refined and changed and improved for the future. And I really like playing it, so I will probably play the remakes, yes. Is Jasper Italian? No, he is not. Genetic says, what was your first gaming console? Mine was the Game Boy Pocket. My original gaming console was Pong. Just Pong. Because back in the 70s and early 80s, they had these standalone units that had 2 paddles, or not even paddle, 2 like rotating knobs. And you would just plug this into your TV, turn it to like channel 2 or 3, and you had Pong. And that was it. It was just fucking Pong. Black and white. And I remember playing it and realizing if I mess with my TV's like tint and hue settings, I can make it different colors. So I could have like pastel Pong or like neon Pong, different colors on the TV, which was kind of neat. The first real console that I had was the Atari 7800. And both of those were given to me by my uncle. And he had given me a variety of games that were both the 2600 and 7800 because it was cross-compatible, much like how the current Xbox console can play the last 2 gens of Xbox games. The Atari was the same back then. So I was playing, older, more outdated games. I was playing more updated, newer versions of the games. It was pretty neat, actually. What's my opinion on the PS Vita? It was a nice device that had great graphics, but was never really properly utilized for anything important. I had a Vita. I bought it over a decade ago because it came out and people wanted to see me cover all the new peripherals back then. So I bought it, and I bought like 3 games. I bought like a Dungeon Siege, the Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I had one more I can't even remember. Was it Resistance? Was it like a Resistance handheld game, I think it was, or something like that? So I played through all 3 of them, and I reviewed them, and then it sat around for a decade not being used. The last time it got used, Kat played Persona 4 Golden on it. Downloaded it on there and played it on there. And since then, it's just been dead. It's worthless. So it really never was utilized at all. It had great graphics and everything, but it never really had anything that was like a must play, honestly. It sucked. The graphics on there were great. They were like PS3 level graphics. They were so good. So I don't know why they didn't do more with it or try to make it a more essential part of the gaming ecosystem when it came to like Sony. They never really did anything on it that you had to play on it. So there's not much you can do about that. Nobert says, how do you get Jasper to not puke hairballs? I rescued a stray in my neighborhood, but he pukes huge hair logs. Chewables aren't working. Yeah, the only thing you can do is try to change the diet, because some cats, if you give them a different diet, it'll stop that. But there's really not much you can do about it. It depends on the cat. With Jasper, he gets hairballs every once in a while, but it's not often. Like just the other night, he barfed one up on the carpet of the freaking bedroom. I had to clean it up. But he doesn't do it all the time. I say maybe once every few weeks, maybe there's one. So it's not a big deal. But every cat's different. If you have a cat that has more hair, it's going to have a bigger problem. You see? Shout out to Europe Gaming, who just gifted a membership to the channel. And that membership just went to Genetics. Congratulations, Genetics, on getting a gifted membership. Be sure to thank Europe Gaming. And thank you, Europe Gaming, for that. I really appreciate that. Only the second contribution of the stream, so thank you so much. Tito Man says, my first console was NES. Surprise.
I just love the fucking guilt tripping and shaming he's giving his fucking audience. Only the second contribution of the stream was somebody gifted a fucking membership. So he did 1 super chat and 1 fucking member gifted, and that was it. And Phil's like, only the second one. Hint, hint, guys, you guys are fucking not really picking up the pace so far. Please make sure you fucking contribute more, especially tips. No, shit, hint, hint. What a fucking cunt. What an absolute fucking arsehole. You just fucking say thank you for the fucking member gift, you know, but nah, you have to fucking emphasise how fucking slow support has been for you so far.
Congratulations, Genetics, on getting a gifted membership. Be sure to thank Europe Gaming, and thank you, Europe Gaming, for that. I really appreciate that. Only the second contribution of the stream, so thank you so much.
And a fucking little, you know, little laugh as well. A fucking little, you know, only the second contribution of the stream so far. Woe is me, poor me. Please give me more fucking money. And by the way, Phil was paid today. Phil Burnell was paid by YouTube today. Before the stream started, he was fucking paying bills apparently, getting all that shit sorted. So DSP received his YouTube payment today.
Tito Man says, my first console was NES. Surprise for my parents in 97. I was 6. I got it at a yard sale for $50. Wow, you got it way late. No, I've never juggled before. All right, Derek, I'll see you later for the reaction when you get home. Sounds good. I just, Sid Alchemist, I literally just talked about this the other day, that on my day off, a cat had showed up in my backyard, and it looked like a Siamese, but it was a long hair, but it had no collar. And that's really weird, because why would a long hair, obviously domesticated cat have no collar? It sounds to me like a cat that sadly had an owner, and the owner was irresponsible and just let the cat loose, which sucks, obviously, because the cat shouldn't have to be out there fending for itself if it's a domesticated cat, but what are you going to do? But yeah, we see cats every once in a while. There's like 2 or 3 cats we see out there that are kind of running around, but it's not all the time. Did I upgrade to Windows 10 yet? I am currently running 3 different versions of Windows. On my PC, that captures and streams only, that's all it does, okay? That's running Windows 8. On my laptop in front of me, which I use to monitor the streams and to do the chat, shout-outs, and all of that, that's running on Windows 10. And then my new mini PC, which I'm currently doing my Chrono Trigger playthrough on, is running on Windows 11. So I have 3 different versions of Windows in my office right now. Isn't that nice?
That's still, I mean, holy fuck. Me hearing that is fucking making my brain like fucking explode. I can only imagine how deranged Prophet gets hearing that sort of fucking shit. But fuck me. 3 different fucking iterations of Windows. Beamer's asking why? Because he's a lazy fucking piece of shit. If things not fucking broken for him, he's not going to try and fucking fix it. He's not going to fucking try and upgrade Windows on his normal computer because it's not fucking broken for him. He's a lazy fucking bastard and it's not fucking broken, so he's not going to bother his fucking arse to try and get it upgraded and updated, because if it's not broke, don't fix it. Phil only cares about trying to fix something when it breaks.
Golden Noble's Atomic Heart felt very wonky, imprecise, and sadly, after just a few hours of playing it, not very fun, and that's why I never played it again. What's my favorite console of all time? Super Nintendo. And probably, unless something really amazing comes out, before now and when I die, I don't think anything's going to trump Super Nintendo. At the time, it was just, hands down, the best gaming experience. It had the best games, the best 16-bit graphics, outstanding music.
Nah. PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 was special. So I think the PlayStation 2 is probably the best console of all time. It's not only just, not only some amazing games that came with the PlayStation 2, but also it kind of introduced me to kind of online play via consoles, you know. It was like it was trying to like fucking trying to do a whole lot of online gaming on PS2, but it's the fact that it was capable of doing it, and just, you know, so it's one of those kind of things where it's like you had everything going for it essentially.
Great controller, like everything about the Super Nintendo was tip top at the time, even with the steep competition, because it had competition from Sega and some other, you know, console makers were trying to jump in there and come out with like 32 and 64-bit systems, but the Super Nintendo was tippity top for its time. Lunilli says the first PC you used on this channel was Vista. Your 2011 PC was Windows 7. You've used tons of different versions of Windows. There you go. See you later, Europe Gaming. Thanks for the support this morning, man. No, Jasper doesn't have cat friends he plays with. He's an indoor cat. He can't go outside.
Hold on a second. So this Europe Gaming person, okay? They turned up to Phil's stream. They renewed their own membership. Then they gifted Phil a membership as well. Someone in his chat with Genesis fucking God or whatever. And then this Europe person just fucked off again. So somebody turned up, renewed the membership for 2 years, then gifted a membership, and then just said, okay, I'm out of here. Peace out, bitches. It's like, a person clearly fucking cares about not fucking staying that long. Probably some sort of fucking sock account. Like Gatsu Katsu in there. Gatsu Katsu, current DSP member, who fucking was a top tipper yesterday on a day stream of 21 buckaroos. Yeah, that probably is not, yeah, that's a fucking definite sock account. Wonder who though? Some people think Gatsu Katsu's game cooker.
He doesn't go outside at all. Yes, I graduated from high school. Yes, I did. I can confirm that. Juan says, what's your favorite song child in Colombia? I have no idea what that means, Juan. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you just said. Well, I played the Pokemon DLC for Scarlet. Unlikely. Since it seems like it's going to be coming out during the busy fall gaming season, probably the worst time possible for it to come out. If it had come out earlier in the year when it was more downtime for games, maybe I would have considered it. But I'm going to be inundated with quite a lot of new games over the next 2 to 3 months. I don't see myself taking time out to play Pokemon again. I don't have a favorite Pokemon. Sorry. The one Pokemon I seem to get in every game is Gyarados. Although I don't think I caught Gyarados in Arceus Legends because it was flying around and you couldn't really, it was hard to catch. I never bothered. But usually I get it. Usually I get a Magikarp and I evolve the Magikarp. So, what's going on, Cracker Jacks? How are you today? Welcome. Do I like to bathe, watch videos, and eat in the bathtub? Yes, if I had my way, I would never leave the bathtub. I would just sit in the bathtub all day long. I would even defecate in the bathtub. That's fine. Because you're washing at the same time. Okay, that's disgusting. No, the only time ever in my entire life that I really, like, had, like, that kind of an experience, not defecating in the bathtub, but doing other things was way back when before I was a YouTuber. All right? I went to MagFest before I was a YouTuber, so this wasn't me as a guest or whatever. No one knew who I was. And I actually rented out their higher-end hotel room in the hotel. This was not the hotel room that the convention goers were getting. This was the high-end suite, and it had one of those spa tubs with the jets and everything.
Jesus fucking Christ, if I could remember this kind of fucking story. Phil maxed out credit cards for doing this shit. This is before he was fucking a YouTuber or not sure. This was like fucking 2008, 2009. Phil using credit cards to fucking get around and play Street Fighter and get his arse kicked at these tournaments. And he's fucking getting like these hotel suites, not fucking shit.
So I sat there in the spa tub with the jets going, warm water, like a big relaxing deal. And I had my laptop with me. Now, keep in mind, this was like, I want to say like 2007, right? 2007, 2008, before I was a YouTuber. So there was no, like, you couldn't even get digital TV or anything back then. There was like no Netflix or whatever. So I had my laptop, and it had a DVD player. So I was watching, like, DVDs on the laptop, sitting on the edge of the hot tub. And I had a drink. I don't remember what I was drinking. It was probably rum and coke, because back then that's all I drank was rum and coke. So I was probably having like a rum and coke in a hot tub, watching like movies, relaxing every night after having been at the convention all day long. And that was like one of the most relaxing weekends I ever had in my life. I hung out with cool people at the convention and had a nice, super spa-like experience in the hotel room after the convention evenings ended, drinking and watching movies and relaxing and soaking. So that's probably the only time I've ever done that in my life. What's going on, Shake My Hand? How are you? Will I play the Silent Hill 2 remake next year? Likely, yes. I think people would want to see that. Soggy Gambino says, did you adopt the Indian latrine style yet? Actually, that's actually how I would always wash. I always, shat into a squatty potty, and then I wiped my ass with my hand. I just cupped the shit out of my ass. Of course. Everyone knows that. Do I have a secret tattoo? Yes, it's actually Charles Martinet. You've now exposed me. I have a tattoo of Charles Martinet on me somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where. All right? I got it in honor of his retirement as the voice actor of Mario. There you go. Yes. There you go. Favorite band and musician of all time? The Butthole Surfers. Very, very well-received band in the 1990s. They kind of fell off after that, but yeah, definitely the Butthole Surfers were really good. Anything else? You guys done? Are you guys done? Is that all you have? Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on all comers today. Where are your questions? Come on. This is ridiculous. What kind of showing is this? This is all you have for me? Come on.
Shut your hole.
Have I ever gone dumpster diving? Actually, no, I never have. Never dumpster dived. Do I like pocket knives? Yes.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
Just over here, I have 2 pocket knives. I got my flip knife, which is very sharp. Gotta be careful with this thing. I've used this for many things over the years. It's actually from Beretta. I think it's the same company that makes the handguns. It's Beretta pocket knife. Got this over a decade ago.
Is Phil brandishing weapons on stream against terms of service? I'm not entirely sure. Is this a potential violation? Or is that only for like fucking guns or something?
And has served me well. Like I said, very, very sharp knife. And then I got my Swiss Army knife, which I've probably used a zillion times over the years for various things. You got your scissors, your screwdriver, your knife, your all kinds of things on this thing. A little wrench. Look at this thing. Yeah, I probably used this a million times over the years too, right? So, yeah. I always have something near me. I think this also has the flint. I think this has like a flint end if you need to use it to create a spark, although I've never done that before. It also has a paper cutter or wire cutter right there. It's a blade. So if you need to cut a wire or cut a like a string or a rope, you can use that as a little blade on the edge there. Covered in dust. Yeah. Pretty nice though. I use them every once in a while. I don't use them all the time. But I like how basically just flip it right open like that. It's kind of nice. Very nice. There you go. Okay. She says, Cammy, that's correct. He says, I became a member. I wanted to see your archive streams, but you don't do those here. That's not how it works here. Here, there's no point to having the archive streams go live fully because I break them up and upload them every day anyway. So for
Then what's the fucking point of doing the exact same fucking thing on your DSP Reacts channel? You offer that to the fucking members. So, no, hold the fuck on, Phil. You break up the fucking members' React content to fucking videos, separate fucking videos, and yet you have the live stream also available every fucking, you know, for members. For immediate fucking use if they want to watch your fucking live stream. What the fuck?
For example, this podcast is one part that'll go live right after the stream goes offline. The gameplay is always broke up into parts, and that's always uploaded. The reason that I do it differently on DSP Reacts is I don't upload all the content on the day that I stream. You see, for example, today I'm going to do DSP versus the internet. The stream will be archived for members, but then the parts will be like one a day for over the course of the week. So if you don't want to wait all week, that's how being a member over there is beneficial. But literally, that's no point. All the videos today will go live on DSP Gaming, so that's not one of the benefits of being a member. So I think you misconstrued or didn't understand it. I still appreciate you being a member. Thank you for the support, but yeah, that's not something I do here. Okay. Did I know 45% of people are watching YouTube on a TV? No, I did not know that. I thought most people would be watching it on like a mobile device these days. I don't know about a TV. But does it differentiate? Does it differentiate between TV and mobile device, or do they just think it's an app and it counts it as the same? I don't know. Do I prefer an outhouse or a porta potty? What's the difference? When I think outhouse, I think more like it's old school, like made of wood, right? Like outdoorsy. When I think porta potty, I think it's more like made of plastic, commercialized, portable for like a construction job or a concert, and then they just move it around. But neither of them are good, right? Neither of them are ideal for the movement of the bowels. So I wouldn't like either. I'm gonna put these back. All right, I received a $2 tip. Our first tip of the day. Thank you for this. Glitched. It is from. It's anonymous. It's a me, Mario. Wanted to say thank you for all of the memories, Charles Martinet. Thank you so much for giving me a fantastic voice for over 25 years. Charles Martinet is #1. Woohoo! Shout out to Charles. So there you go, a $2 anonymous tipper, giving an homage to Charles Martinet and all the voice acting work he has done. This is the early 90s, about 30 years actually. So awesome, thank you so much. The $2 tipper, first tip of the day. Okay. Do I remember the Power Stone games? Yes. Do I think Capcom should bring them back? No. Those arena-style fighter games were something for one period of time, but I don't think they would work today. Today, I mean, let's be honest, they have elaborated on those and turned them into other style games at this point. Like Smash Brothers is probably the evolution of what that game was, you know. Oh, Radical Jaws, that was you? Well, how dare you not put your name on the tip? That's absolutely unacceptable. I'm very upset with you. How dare you not put your name on that tip? Have I ever shat while on a plane? Yes, I have taken a big steamer while on a plane. It's not very comfortable, let me tell you. Those plane bathrooms are, they leave something to be desired. It feels like you're sitting on like a cardboard box or something that could collapse at any moment. And then the plane starts having turbulence, and that's bad news. Would I like to own a replica Resident Evil Stars handgun? No, I don't need any replica guns. Been there, done that. You know, 10 years ago, when I was a prominent YouTuber, rolling in money with nothing to spend it on, I bought a ton of statues, collectibles. I had replica guns. I had a replica Gears of War handgun. I had a replica Gears of War Giant Lancer. And I had a ginormous replica Avenger rifle from Mass Effect 3 that lit up and did everything, right? And they're completely worthless. They don't do anything, you know. I'm older now. I'm like, I don't need this stuff in my house. You know, it's junk. Really, honestly. You know, so I have a game room with all this stuff. What are you doing with that exactly? It just sits there. Do you go in the room and spin in place and stare at it? Like, when I bought that stuff, the statues, that is, they were nice because they were prominent in videos. When I would film my vlogs in my home in Connecticut, you'd see the statues behind me. And that was nice to have, like, a scenery for when I was filming. But then it very quickly started becoming clutter. And became, why do I getting so much? I don't even have them in videos anymore. I'm just buying shit for no reason. And it was essentially became a big waste of time and money and space. And that's why I don't have that shit anymore, you know? No, I don't have any of that stuff anymore. It's all gone. That stuff's been gone for years and years. Long gone. Did I ever play any of the Wario games? Never owned one, but I played them every once in a while. Like, for example, they would have the Wario games set up in the store when they would have, oh, here's the Game Boy, and here's Wario that comes with it if you buy it now. So I'd play it, and like, yeah, it's good. I liked it, but I never actually bought it. I didn't have a Game Boy until way late in its life cycle, near the end of the original Game Boy. I had the Game Boy Pocket to play Pokemon Blue, but I never actually bought, like, any games for it. It's just whatever came with it. Lady Charisma says, since I now have a mini PC, I thought about getting games from GOG. They sell a lot of older PC games that are DRM free. I mean, here's the thing. Right now, this mini PC is not going to get a lot of use, just being honest. We're going to have so many hot new releases to play during the fall that everyone's going to want to see me play. That's going to be my focus. But really where I think that mini PC will start to shine, end of the year, early next year, when things start to slow down, the smoke starts to clear from the very busy fall gaming season, and now we have time to do stuff. So I think the first thing people want to see me do is install Fightcade and try to play classic fighting games online with my new joystick and stuff, and see, you know, how that goes. I don't know. I've never tried Fightcade before. You know, last time I played it wasn't even called Fightcade. It was like the mid-2000s, you know. It'd be interesting to try it, you know. Outside of that, I'm absolutely sure there's a million amount of games that can be played on that thing, and we'll explore that in the future. Now that I have the option, that's really cool to have that option, right? No, I don't buy physical games anymore. I've literally bought virtual, digital games for the last probably like 8 years. I couldn't even tell you. I think the last physical game I bought was Divinity Original Sin 2. That's just because it was cheaper to buy physical off Amazon than it was to buy digital. Before then, probably the game before then was ARMS, which was like a Switch launch title, right? And before then, I think it was that Star Fox game on the Wii U. Those are the last 3 physical games I bought, if I remember correctly. Like, I don't buy them physically at all. There's a few others I think I got, here or there that were cheaper physically. When was the last time I went to a GameStop? I don't know. I don't go to GameStop to buy games now. I go in there and I browse with my wife, and we never buy anything. We just go in and we look at all the junk in the store. Because literally that's what GameStop is now. It's a junk store. You go in there and they've got little pop culture figurines. They've got t-shirts. They got a mug from a video game. They got action figures, pins, fucking little statuettes, and, junk, knickknacks. You don't go in there.
Oh, money, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Prophet for the super chat, who says, Xi Jinping needs Phil to use it more. I don't know how the fuck that is. I don't understand that reference. Explain to me like I'm some dumb bastard. Who the fuck is Xi Jinping? And what does he need Phil to use more of? The fucking knife? The fucking strange fucking knife? Or I don't know who that fucker... Oh wait, do you mean the mini PC? Okay, oh yeah, the Chinese mini PC. That's the leader of China. I didn't realise that's how fucking code up on these fucking days. I didn't realise who... You could have just said Winnie the fucking Pooh. If you said Winnie the Pooh needs Phil to use it more, I probably would have fucking got it. But there you go. Take that, China. But yeah, I forgot that my PC had some sort of fucking Bitcoin data miner program installed in there and all that shit, and it's like the Chinese are basically fucking profiting from fucking people. Basically, Phil's a traitor to America for using that mini PC. But thank you, Prophet, for the super chat.
A video game. They got action figures, pins, fucking little statuettes, and junk, knickknacks. You don't go in there to buy games or anything because there's no point. You just get the games digitally, right? Anything they're selling in there, a peripheral, a controller, a console, you could literally get it cheaper online anyway. So why would you ever step into GameStop ever? Unless you're just looking to trade in a bunch of stuff and get a few bucks. That's about it, right? Oh my god, you guys are bombarding me with questions. Was this a better or worse summer? With less downtime games, more modern games? Like I said, this was the summer of Street Fighter, and that was nice to have something high profile, exciting, and new to play over the summer. Last year was the summer of Retro 2.0, inadvertently. Like, I never even intended for that, and then it just happened to be 2-3 months of retro games because there was nothing else going on, right? But ultimately, it's all about how much fun we're having, and enjoyability. And I had a ton of fun this summer with you guys, so I hope that you guys feel the same. No, I never played Shadow Warrior 3, I know nothing about it. No, I never heard of Legend of Legalia, I never heard anything about it. Yes, I think physical games will end someday. There's only a amount of time until game publishers say we don't want to make these physical copies anymore. There's too much money and production cost. That's going to happen for sure. Gear 5 Luffy, we had an entire segment about that earlier today. Rewind the podcast and watch and you'll get your answer about Starfield. What store has the best public restroom in my opinion? No store, restaurants. Restaurants tend to have the best public restrooms. And I've been to a few restaurants that have like these real high-end, fancy, schmancy, really nice looking restrooms. There's
Clearly, Phil Burnell has never been to a fucking bathroom in Weatherspoons. I'd fucking love to see his fucking experience and reaction to that crap. For those that don't know, Weatherspoons is a kind of chain of restaurants, kind of value kind of restaurant, kind of... They're mass produced essentially throughout the UK, these Weatherspoons kind of joints. But traditionally, these fucking bathrooms will be a million miles away from where you eat. You have to go like up and down a whole variety of different fucking... through a maze of stairs just to fucking get to the fucking bathroom in the fucking first place. It's bizarre. So, like, yeah, it's a fucking ordeal, it's a trip.
There's like a Mexican restaurant at the local mall. That's a high-end Mexican restaurant, and their bathrooms are like fancy. They've got the beautiful sink. They've got the freaking the urinal. The urinal is like the super deluxe urinal all the way down to the ground. He's got like marble accentuations in the bathroom. They got like the luxurious smooth hand soaps that you can have. You know what I mean? Like it's high end. The villain, I don't even know what that means. He says, do you think Street Fighter 6 will nerf damage scaling? What? How do you nerf damage scaling? Damage scaling means that the more that you hit, the more hits in a combo, that the damage is reduced, therefore the people aren't losing their 100% life in one combo. How would you nerf that? Make it worse so that it's even more damaging? I mean, there's already characters doing like 70, 80% damage. Do you really think they should be doing 100%? I don't know what you mean. Nerfing the damage scaling. Yes, I'm going to do year-end stuff this year. My Game of the Year awards, as well as the most disappointing games. I do it every year. There's no reason I wouldn't do it this year. No, I've not seen the latest Like a Dragon Gaiden trailer. No, I've not seen a new One Piece show. I don't know what you're talking about. Jeez. Do you have any questions that are pertinent to stuff that I do? Let's just say, are you going to play this game? Do you hear that? You're watching the show? No.
What a pissy little bastard, man. He's the one that fucking asked for Q&A and they're fucking asking questions and he's fucking pissed off because they're not asking good questions.
No. Can I sit still for 30 seconds without moving or blinking? Yes, but I choose not to. Can we start? If you guys want to, I just switch over to the other channel and set it up. You know, or run a few ads or whatever while I get set up or whatever. I have no plans on stopping playing Street Fighter 6, don't worry. We're reducing the amount I'm playing it to make room for new releases, but I'm not going to stop playing it. No, I'm not skipping Mortal Kombat based on the beta. I already bought it to get the beta. I literally had to buy the game to get the beta, so no, I'm not skipping it. Will Street Fighter 6 eventually become Friday Night Fights only? Maybe. We have to see how busy we get during this gaming season. Ideally, I'd like to at least play it twice a week on late streams. And obviously, if we could do Friday nights for Friday Night Fights, I'd like to do that. But you gotta understand that games come out on Tuesdays and Fridays, so there may be Fridays where there's like big high-profile release or double release, and then we can't do Friday Night Fights, so we'd have to change the day. You know, but ideally, I'd like to still play Street Fighter 6 twice a week if possible. I just don't know how possible it's going to be, okay? Or viable, I should say. Which of the DSP retro shirts is my favorite? Looking at these designs, I would say the best design, like, the best design overall that's more hip is probably the graffiti design. But in my personal preference, it's the Skull King design. Like, I really like how that looks. I like how we had different color schemes. Remember, there was like white, red. This is the one that's pink and gray. There's all different color schemes for that shirt. And I like the various different color schemes that we had for that shirt. Because that was the best seller of all time. Of all the times, the years that I had a Teespring merch, this was the design that sold the most of anything. This design is nice, but it was my original design from over a decade ago. It's very basic. You know what I mean? Like back then, this is way more elaborate and cool and hip and more modern. And this, of course, is probably the most modern of all of them, right?
Oh, I have a sound clip for this.
Nice shirt, 25 cents.
There we go.
Okay. Huh. Do I like the Bee Gees? They're pretty good. Their music's pretty good. Yes. I couldn't tell you what the saddest movie I've ever seen is. I don't remember specifically. I'm 41 years old. I'm sure I've seen many movies.
Oh god, there's a fucking question. The saddest movie I've ever fucking seen. See, it's kind of funny. Like Lion King, Simba and fucking his dad dying. Also, it's not a sad movie, but the scenes in movies that fucking just get you going. Simba's dad dying. The original Lion King from the fucking 90s, but I know it, not in the remake. But yeah, that one is a fucking bit of a tear-jerky moment. Also, very strangely for me, anyone remember the 90s movie as well? With Dan Aykroyd in it, My Girl? And he had like a young Macaulay Culkin in it, and he like fucking snuffed it because bees stung the crap out of him, he was allergic to bees. And like the wee kind of scene where like this kind of wee funeral scene, that's a wee bit of a tear-jerky moment too, in my opinion. Those two. I've not seen Marley and Me, I've heard good things about it. But yeah, those are my two I can think of straight away. It comes to mind that those two kind of probably tear-jerky moments anyway. Prophet says the BG question was a troll question from that being said last week. Fuck me, man.
What is it?
Jesus, man, listen to the sound of that air conditioner. Phil's fucking fan of the air conditioner's going fucking like a goddamn jet engine. I wasn't sure if it was something at my end, but no. This is me pausing Phil. Then this is me unpausing Phil.
I remember specifically. I'm 41 years old. I'm sure I've seen many movies. What is an ideal amount of members to have on a channel? Honestly, I don't think
10,000
is an ideal amount, right? Like, just being honest here. You know, when it comes to levels of support and the like, it varies. Like, during slower times of the year, this channel usually has roughly around 500 members, right? When things pick up and we have more big...
I'm going to disagree with you there, Phil. Your normal average member count is probably closer to... It should be closer to like 400. 500 is definitely fucking overinflating that.
Game releases and celebrations, sometimes the channel's had over 1,000 members. And obviously, just think about that. How much that helps. To have that much extra membership, that much extra income is huge. It helps a ton. It really does.
No shit, Sherlock. It's more fucking money for you, and then you fucking just squander it all on dumbass fucking shit as per usual.
And it takes the pressure off of the daily stream performance when I've got that ongoing level of extra income. Just, you know, being honest here. So, I mean, ideally, the more the better, but it's not like there's any happy medium of this is a better level than this or anything like that. I mean, ideally, would I like to keep 500 members at all times? Yes. But obviously, I would like to have more than that too, you know?
Just the way it fucking goes, Phil. Some days you're gonna get some months with fucking better than other fucking months. It's just the nature of the fucking beast.
Gatu says, is there anything I might like to see nominated for the retrospective that hasn't been nominated yet. I don't know because I haven't seen what's nominated. I haven't looked yet. Like I said, I'm probably going to look like tomorrow night because if there's not enough nominations, then I'll probably open it up further for more people to nominate more than 2 each. But, you know, for me, you know, maybe some fun moments from the best playthroughs I've ever done, or people say are the best playthroughs I've ever done, the funniest moments, or maybe some good review moments, maybe some fun vlogging stuff, right? Maybe just showcasing how different my setup used to be, or how different things used to be when I lived in different areas and stuff. Maybe watching some fun old DSP tries-its that we haven't watched in a long time. Maybe watching some of Project 7 just for old time's sake. Not that I want to watch the whole series, but maybe, you know, watching one of the episodes together and reacting to that, you know.
Why so you can fucking bitch and moan and whine about fucking people preferring Rambo, and you fucking have to correct everyone and say, hey, I fucking wrote those lines. Rambo's only funny because of me. Wee.
Various different things. I've been doing content for so long. There's a wide variety of content to cover there, you know what I mean? Can you still monetize your YouTube like old videos? You know, it all depends. It all depends, and here's what I say. Why I say that. So back in the day, YouTube didn't really care about what you used in your videos, honestly. So, you know, for the first 3-4 years I was making content, I was using music and stuff, and then one day, in 2013, YouTube flipped the switch and said, oh, content ID is on now. So anyone who's ever had music in their videos is now claimed, and you get no ad revenue for the rest of time for those videos. So I've got videos from back in the day that I put tons of time and effort and editing into, and I can never monetize them ever again. Someone else is making money on every view on those videos, and I have no chance to do anything about that.
Yeah, because you're using other fucking people's content, and YouTube fucking finally got their act together and said, okay, we're going to fucking protect people from having their content being stolen by grubby little bastards like you that fucking use their content to try and make some profit yourself.
Whatever. Yeah, and the problem is, over the years, this is something that's happened because someone brought something up this morning. They actually said, Phil, why don't you have that Sonic song on your pre-stream music anymore? You used to have, you know, the song where you're playing Sonic Generations and you're singing, you made up lyrics on the fly or whatever. It was one of your classic intro songs. Why don't you play it anymore? Because here's sadly what's happened on YouTube over the years. Their content ID system continuously keeps applying to content, and 9 times out of 10, it's wrong. So,
hey, Phil said wrong. We have no one to fucking tick off on the board. Hooray, and diddly-do. We are 2 burps away from a free space, and we're 1 snort away from a free space too. So these free spaces might be crucial for getting a full house today. We are 6 away currently from a full house.
After having run that Sonic song on my pre-streams for a good 5+ years, all of a sudden one day YouTube starts identifying that song as someone else's song and starts giving them the ad revenue for it. Claims my entire stream for the fact that I have that Sonic song playing for like 2 minutes during a 5+ hour archive stream, and saying all ad revenue on that stream went to somebody else. And I'm like, what are you, out of your mind? So I started like, you know, debating, what do they call it? Appealing those claims, and every time I appealed the claim, it worked. The problem is it's work. You have to put in the appeal. It could take up to weeks for the appeal to go through. And literally every day I was streaming, my stream was getting claimed and I was losing ad revenue. So I said, it's just not worth it, right? It's just not worth it to even use that song anymore because it's always going to create a problem for me. And it's YouTube's fault because they keep automating their system and running algorithms that don't work and misidentifying content. So because of that, it's just not worth the trouble anymore. So I don't use that song ever again. And I get the feeling over time, even though I've been 15 years, I've been making videos. I think someone, you know, did the math and said, you know, something like some insane amount of content, insane amount of videos that I put out on the internet, correct? What's the statistic? As of today, what's the statistic for the amount of videos I put out? I don't even know. So it's an incredible amount, okay? But out of all...
I have the stats right fucking here. Give me a second. According to the stats at my end, 100% of your videos are fucking shite.
All that content, out of the 15 years of my life, how much of that content has been claimed by others, and I have no way to know who claimed what, and I have no way to ever get the rights back to it, right? Because you would think, dude, 15 years of content, you must be getting residual.
Dude! He said dude. That's good for the bingo, because it means we have a bingo. Hooray, dude. Your content's all pish and so are you.
Views, you must be rolling in dough. No, I'm not. I'm telling you, the money that I make from ad revenue is ridiculously small compared to what it was. You know, just think of it this way. I was making my entire living on views on videos. That was it. There was no Patreon. There was no tips. There was no super chat. There was no memberships. There was no other methods of contribution. It was just watch my videos, and as long as there's ads on it, I'm making a good living.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking PayPal link in the fucking description. You're telling people to click the fucking ads. You're fucking eager to fucking make sure people knew you had a fucking PayPal link on your fucking channel for people to fucking give you fucking money so you could fucking buy games and play games for them. You fucking promoted it even back in 2007, 2008. Lying fucking dick.
Living. And I was making more money back then than I make now, right? And then what happened is, over years, everything just degrades. Everything, you know, goes away. Literally says 63,000 videos on DSP Gaming, 7.2 thousand on the old channel, 2,000 on DSP Axe, and 180 something on KO Gaming. So there you go. It's about 73,000 videos I put out in 15 years. I honestly would wonder how many I still have the rights to. I would bet less than half. Seriously, because the algorithm is so broken, it just gives the rights away to any major corporation. It doesn't care. You're not notified, and you have no way to dispute it. It's like, wow, that's nice. You know, if I actually had revenue from all of my videos, I'd probably be well off. But they take it away over the years. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, you just fucking actually put effort into your content and use original fucking material, which is not stolen from our fucking people. How about that, Phil? How about creating original fucking content? Where the content is yours and the fucking everything the fucking thing is yours. So no one else can steal your precious fucking money.
No, they're not working on anything to fix any copyright music. No, they're not. It's bullshit. It really is bullshit. The whole system that they claimed they were going to do was all, they made it up. They claimed they were going to have a music system by which you could buy a membership to this music system, and now you could use copyright music in your videos. They lied completely. That's not what it is. What it is it's a per-use basis. So let's say, for example, right now I wanted to make a video and I wanted to use a piece of music in it. So I could pick the music and buy the license to use the music in my video, and then that video would never be claimed by that party and I would make revenue on the video. But when you look at those licenses, they cost hundreds of dollars each. So if I was doing a review of Starfield and I wanted to put in, I don't know, a song from the 1980s in it, like a joke, Holding Out for a Hero, it would be like $300 to use Holding Out for a Hero in my review of Starfield. For one use in that video. That's it.
So I guess it's fucking aimed towards big YouTube content creators that actually put effort into the fucking videos to expect millions of fucking views on their videos to fucking get a return on that investment. Not for people like you then, Phil.
After that, you can't do it anymore, right? So the whole system's broken. They have no intention of fixing it. They never did. They're just looking to make more money. It's pretty fucked up. And the problem is a lot of these legit creators and legit musicians are even having their music misappropriated to other parties. I just saw one the other day. It was Dragon Force, I want to say. You know, this metal band had their own music on YouTube claimed by a third party. So they posted up on Twitter and said, "Who is this third party claiming you don't own our music? This is false. Remove this immediately." You want to know what YouTube did? They responded to the tweet and said, "Oh, you're doc."
Yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Lane Walls for the super chat. It says, here's some robust revenue for your content snort. Thank you very much, Lane Walls. Very kind of you. And is that an otter I see in your profile picture? It looks like a fucking otter. I'm not sure if that's an otter or not. Am I just going crazy here? Am I seeing things? Is it some sort of other? Is it a seal or something? It looks like it could be a fucking otter. So for that, I'll fucking show you otters. It's kind of small, MLBS. I'm not entirely sure. You're some sort of sea life kind of creature, you know. So fuck it, you know. Have otters. It's the closest thing I can fucking do for you right now on the fucking fly. But yeah, here's the otters having a great old fucking time. One's got the zoomies fucking going back and forth in the corner, and everyone's just fucking chilling the absolute fuck out, just loving life. So there we go. Good stuff. But yeah, cheers for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Let's get back to the bingo. We're very close to a full house, as I said. 1 snort away, 2 burps away as well, and also we might get 100 likes as well. Keep in mind, I kind of had to kind of remember I had to fucking make a new stream. The old stream had like 20 odd likes not already, and I had to fucking basically restart a brand new stream just to get bingo working because my internet was being dumb. So I kind of lost all those likes from like before the stream went live and during the very start of it. So I kind of shot myself in the foot a bit there. So hopefully that I won't do as in for hitting 100 likes for a stream if I get it.
Who is this third party claiming you don't own our music? This is false. Remove this immediately. You want to know what YouTube did? They responded to the tweet and said, "Oh, you're doxing that person. You need to take your tweet down." The person broke the law and erroneously claimed their own musical content and is making money on it, and you're concerned about the person being doxed? That's YouTube's concern. Like I said, YouTube needs to be sued. If YouTube was sued for Content ID, they would lose the case. There is way more cases of Content ID being completely grossly misappropriated than actually appropriately applied. They would never win in a court of law if the statistics were actually brought up, but no one wants to sue YouTube. Anyway. Alright guys, I think we've gone long enough. I want to say thanks to those who chilled, thanks to those who did support, obviously. I would hope we'll get some good support on the React stream. As you can see guys, it's been pretty dead. I hope that the React stream will pick up.
Fuck you, people that are fucking giving you money already. It's been pretty fucking dead. That one fucking tip you got, dead. That super chat you got, dead. That fucking member you're gifted towards you, dead. That support is not good enough for DSP, and he's gonna fucking make sure his audience are fucking aware of this. What a grumpy fucking greedy piece of shit.
Thanks to those who did support, obviously. I would hope we'll get some good support on the React stream. As you can see, guys, it's been pretty dead. I hope that the React stream will pick up over on DSP React. If you like the React stuff, please support it today, okay? But I think it's time to adjourn. We got to set up the React stream. We got to get that going. So thanks for watching the podcast, everyone. And please enjoy this final week of summer vibes here on DSP Gaming before we head into the busy fall gaming season. I hope that you've enjoyed this awesome summer. I know I have. Thanks for watching. And I will be back shortly with the React show. And of course, tomorrow, another fun podcast. See you then. Okay. All right, guys, let's set up for the React show. And... ooh. What is this? Oh, this is from the Machinima React event. I was like, what screen is this? It's not the right one. That was from the Machinima React event. I still have the setup. So let's get everything set up here. There we go. Cool, and let's get the DSP Reacts logo up. There we are. All right. So, guys, here's what's going to happen. This stream's going to go offline. You're going to see a pop-up on your screen that says, hey, head over to the React channel. Please do so. And within a few minutes, I'll have that running. I'm going to take a quick break to use the restroom or whatever. And then we're going to get started with today's React show. 3 hours of reacting to your clips. And then tonight, we come back here for Chrono Trigger on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Thanks, guys, and see you for the React show. Peace out.
Alright, and it means we can now fucking just ignore this and go. And it's actually quite impressive. D-Dog was once again kind enough to make a backup copy of the podcast in case Phil made it private. Phil clearly forgot to make it private. So it means we can go straight to his React crap.
Do you have reached the desired amount of...
Oh, look, someone fucking submitted a vid video. What a big surprise. Let's go to the start of this React crap. Holy fuck, it's shitey fucking music. It's not there then. Nope, not there either.
Portal.
Not there either. Fuck me. How big a fucking break did I fucking take?
I don't want to play it anymore.
Okay, hold on. No, hold on. Named it.
Your clips React show here.
Hold on. Here we go.
Okay, everybody, welcome. Allow me to get the chat open, and then we will begin with DSP versus the Internet, our weekly clips React show here on DSP Reacts. Thanks for being patient this week. The show is a day later, although the intended reason why it's a day later kind of didn't apply. The whole idea was that I was going to be playing the Mortal Kombat 1 beta all weekend because it was limited to only the weekend. Which, you know, would have been fine, except that the Mortal Kombat beta sucks. It's laggy as shit. It's really bad connections. So after playing it a whole day, I was completely bored. I said, I don't want to play it anymore. But it was already pre-announced that this show would be on Monday instead of Sunday. So I was like, well, obviously I'm going to do it when I said. I don't want people to not be able to show up because I changed the date last minute. So we ended up doing some, you know, impromptu switches. And now here we are today on Monday. My apologies. I know it's a day out. Next week it'll be back on Sunday, just so you know. So back to usual next week. And thanks to everyone who submitted clips as usual. As you guys know, the way the show works is you guys who are channel members submit clips. And if you're an Ultra member, we're guaranteed to at least watch some of your clip. And if you're a standard member, we throw those clips into a randomized playlist. All right? So it's variety. And we'll see what happens today. About 3 hours of reacting. I do this in about 20 to 30 minute parts, and then we take a little break between the parts to do shout-outs. So if anyone contributes to the channel in any way today, I'll be shouting out those contributions between the parts. As of right now, we have none. It sure would be great to get some. As you see, sadly, it was a very slow pre-stream for any kind of contributions today, so anything today is appreciated, whether it's a super...
Shut the fuck up about the fucking Jesus fucking Christ, man. Holy fuck. I just don't understand how people can fucking tolerate and fucking going on and on and on all the time about fucking not getting that much fucking support. Oh my fucking god, like... It's just fucking crazy to me, it really fucking is. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, fuck off. Just fuck off, Phil. Fuck off.
It sure would be great to get some. As you see, sadly, it was a very slow pre-stream for any kind of contributions today, so anything today is appreciated, whether it's a super chat, a membership, or a gifted membership for the community. That's really appreciated here, because those people can then nominate videos for the next week, or tips as well. You know, right now we're only at $2 in tips, so anything today would be greatly appreciated, okay, guys? And that's really it. So let's get set up here. Let's get started. Get those Ultra member submissions going. And actually, I can plug this into my controller now. This is all Xbox-related stuff today. I actually just got a tip. Thank you. We'll shout that out before we begin here.
We have a free space because Phil just snorted. That's our 20th snort of the fucking show. That gives us one free space. Oh, did Phil point at a text? Okay. So we have one free space, but we only need 3 of the 4 left because we have a free space to fucking go towards it, so... Hold on, did Roachbaits try to say hate to say? Hold on, did I fucking miss Phil saying hate to say?
Appreciated, whether it's a super chat, a membership, or a gifted membership for the community. That's really appreciated here, because those people can then nominate videos for the next week, or tips as well. You know, right now we're only at $2 in tips, so anything today would be greatly appreciated, okay, guys? And that's really it. So let's get set up here. Let's get started. Get those Ultra member submissions going. And actually, I can plug this into my controller now. This is all Xbox-related stuff today.
Alright, so Phil did not say hate to say, but if I get a free space, take hate to... No, I usually just wait till the very end. But for trying to sort out free spaces, I just wait till the very end. Because if I fucking take a free space early on, and then that gets said or done, we can't use that because we've already used the free space for that thing. I feel a bit annoyed. And so, the free spaces are all saved to the very end, essentially, just to fucking make it kind of better for ourselves.
I actually just got a tip. Thank you. We'll shout that out before we begin here. I just got a $5 tip from Canadian Kirk. Costco is selling 4 $25 gift cards for $90 for the Xbox and PlayStation. And basically all the systems, buy. So basically it's a $10 savings. If you're thinking of buying any of these crazy amount of new games that'll be coming out in the fall, it would probably behoove you to save a few dollars by buying that pack if you can shop at Costco. I know some people can or can't. You need to have that membership to do it, right? So thank you, Canadian Kirk, for that. And looks like, did we get a super chat? Hold on a second here. My thing just froze. Why did my chat freeze? Hold on. Yeah, my chat completely froze. That was weird. I just unfroze it. Hopefully it doesn't keep freezing on my laptop. I don't know why it did. I refreshed and now it's working. So Katsu became a member. Thank you, Katsu, for the membership here. That gets up to 134. I think the most we ever had was like 140 or maybe like 142. So we're near the the record we've ever had. It would be great if we get to 140 by the end of today's stream. And thank you to 2B is cute for a super chat. He says, I'm all in. For some odd reason, so on DSP Gaming, whenever someone says a super chat, I can click on this feature that says like the super chat. That's not here on the React channel. They gave it to me on DSP Gaming, but they didn't give it to me on the React channel, and I don't know why. Why do I have features on one channel and not the other? I don't know. Very weird. Chat's working, right? Yeah, it's working. For some reason, my chat froze, but I refreshed it. It's working now. All right, so thank you to 2BSQ. Thank you to Gatsu. Thank you to Canadian Kirk for those early contributions. But now it's time to, we'll jump into the show, shall we? In fact, let me link these playlists. Hold on a second here. Go to the channel. Go to the playlists. That is podcasts, not playlists. And here we are. Ultra member submissions for the week. Let's link. Should be linked.
Hi, guys.
Looks like we got a cooking recipe. How to make pambazos de papas. I have no idea what a pambazo de papas is. I never heard of it. So I guess we're going to learn a little bit about food here today. I have no clue. Are you guys ready to jump in? Okay. Alrighty, everybody. All right, let's begin. Here we go. Hello, everyone, and
Son of a bitch is now recording for YouTube, so that gives us that's fucking the end of the bingo essentially. I had a free space because Phil snorted 20 times, so I can pick on like I hate to say. Even if Phil had bucked one more time, there was another free space, and even if it hit 100 likes as well, we still would have ended up being one short of the full house. So sadly, that is no full house today. We're free shy, but there's always tomorrow, of course. Let's refresh the stream. Let's go to live DSP and see where he's at, shall we?
like I said, I had a bunch of friends who were Asian, and
oh my god, out of context, what the fuck is he talking about? I had a bunch of friends who were Asian. I might just leave it at that. I think we should just let our imaginations fucking just play out the rest of that fucking scenario. Yeah, let your imaginations fucking play that. I'm going to just fucking end it there. Phil's still on $7, but fucking who. You use your imaginations and wonder what Phil was fucking going about for saying he had a bunch of friends who were Asian. Jesus Christ. But guys, thank you very much for being here. Sadly, it wasn't a full house, and I'm sorry for the technical problems at the very start of the stream. My internet was playing silly buggers. I've got no idea what the fuck was going on or why it was going on. But, it's, thankfully, as I restart the computer and just me kicking the crap out of my fucking modem, seemed to fix it, So, sorry once again for the problems at the start of the stream. But, yeah, hopefully we can get a full house tomorrow. It'd be nice to fucking get another full house to celebrate, just DSP being a painful bastard to endure. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow as well. Thank you for being here to help me endure DSP's annoying habits and antics. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, how you should spend it, and I'm going to end how I always end by playing Pixar Animations, Notorious PIG contribution. So, enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'll see you tomorrow for some more bingo if you want to join me. And until then, have a good one, guys. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
all right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah.
contributions are mandatory.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory.
Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant.